And we're live with episode 5 of the Bacon Campaign. This is D&D with THC.
Do we have audio this time?
Yes, I believe so.
Audio this time. Good.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Bacon. Last we left off, well, to summarize, our party has been making its way through this quaint little sort of Dungeons and Dragons style countryside, robbing, pillaging, attempting to murder children at every capacity. Right now, we are led by our syphilitic bard's request, need to recover his memory, which seems to be coming back with various fantasy drugs that he is taking. We are now on a quest to go discover Gloom in the cave of Moldova. The party recently fought the flashy man, Archibald, the glamorous wizard who made his dramatic escape after the party dispatched his compatriots. They come to a new town, what they expected to be a small outpost, but what seems, because of some dwarven ingenuity, a much larger town.
Somebody
That's
needs
got
to
to be
Twitch.
Al's roll 20.
Somebody's got to mute Twitch, yeah.
That was my bad.
It ain't my roll 20. Okay.
They come to a town. In order to get to the town, they had a giant roll of boulder, and maybe related to that, maybe unrelated to that, there seems to be a boulder outside the town that crushed some sort of cart and maybe killing several people. Right now, they're walking up to it as the town guard, who seems to assemble to assumptively kill the bandits that the party has dispatched, seems to be riding up towards the mountain that the party is walking from.
You want to take the lead on this?
I think the
suppose I
bard-
will, mate, because no one else seems to be willing to do so.
Go for it. Let's do the fight.
So as it's basically like the Dungeons and Dragons posse that's rolling up, and they seem equipped to do some dispatching. There's about 10 of them. They're on horseback, most of them wearing heavy armor, some of them using lances, and they seem to be well equipped to make their way up the mountain. As they ride up, you can definitely see a crest of what you assume is this town's guard. And they sort of slow down. Did you come from the mountain?
Yeah.
By the way, I assume that you guys took off your disguises, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, because I don't have a combat map for this area yet. He looks up and he just goes, "How'd you make it past the bandits?"
We went
Killed
through
them,
them,
we took
mate.
them out.
No shit. Did you manage to get that douchebag with all the bright lights?
Unfortunately, no, but we are hot on his trail.
He's
All right,
actually the
Archibald.
one that pushed the boulder into your town.
Is he now? God
Indeed, mate.
damn it.
He's a bit of a
look,
troublemaker, he is.
Yeah, ordinarily I'd have you roll some sort of deception roll, but this guy is just inclined to believe that because he really fucking hates this dude. So what brings you all through? Why did you come through at such great risk and expense to yourself?
I'm trying to off that dude.
Indeed, we are not altruistic adventurers, but adventurers we are. We intend to be paid for our services.
All right, well done. I guess you dispatching with those assholes and clearing the space for our trade to commence is good enough reason for them to let you into town. Keeping an eye on you, though. You seem a little fucking crazy, he says, just eyeballing each of you. You're a very strange-looking group.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
Yeah, we're a strange-looking group that managed to do what you did not, mate. We just get rid of the bandits. Maybe we should deserve a bit more trust.
He just kind of blankly stares at you. We found out about this yesterday. We're driving up there now. If you'd like, we can spar a little bit and resolve this shit right now.
Is that the only way that... This is the way you treat your deliverers, mate.
He just kind of sighs, tugs his reins, and rides his horse back to town.
Fucking schmuck.
He was very well equipped himself. It looked like he didn't have too many scratches on his armor. Although you could see a lot of wear around his sword, so that's got to tell you something. So yeah, what are you guys doing from here? Just going straight in?
Is he still around? That guy? Did he leave yet?
Oh yeah, he's leaving. He just dipped.
So I cannot say anything to him. He left.
You can shout it to him. You have an opportunity.
Hey, where do I find this magic man?
He tugs his reins, turns his horse around, and he goes, "If I knew, I would already be there myself. I tend to move around a lot, but if that's really what you're here to do, good luck." And he pulls his horse back around and continues heading back into town.
When I find him, do you want to come with me?
So you catch him right as he's about to pull his reins. He just kind of looks over the party, looks you guys up and down. And he goes, "Tell you what, you find him, you tell me where he is. My guys managed to kill him. I'll give you a reward."
What if we kill
Only
him?
if your
You gonna
guys
give us a
come
bigger
with us.
reward?
I won't, but there's a bounty on him. I'm just encouraging you guys to do the responsible thing as the official law enforcement representative of this here town, he says, smiling and laughing. But seriously, if you bring his head to the marshal, they'll give you a hefty sum. And he just...
We already owe somebody else's head.
I mean, like, you can part with it. Do you need the whole head?
I like
I
this man.
promised a friend of mine
Who
that I'd
else do
bring
you
his
guys
head.
have bounties on?
Not too many. We've been
I can
riding...
bring it, show it to your people, and then bring it to my guy.
Yeah, that'll work. And as long as he's dead, we got proof. Well, to be frank with you, my guys have been cleaning up with a lot of people. There's a lot of monsters around. You might be able to find some work, but right now a lot of the townsfolk is kind of dealing with this, he says, pointing towards the crushed envoy. There's like at least 7 people in first glance that have been killed by this boulder, and it looks like 2 whole wagons have just been absolutely crushed. There's like weeping and gnashing of teeth going on right there.
All right, well then we better go deal with it and get the fuck away from me.
He just kind of shakes his head and he spurs his horse and he leaves.
The boy's a pussy,
I
right?
just
I offered him to come meet the fucking guy with us, and he was like, "Well, you know."
what did I tell you,
Oh,
mate?
I'm
He's
sorry.
a schmuck.
Where are we going?
Well, we should explore the town a bit, shouldn't we?
How about a drink? You guys thirsty?
I'm always up for a drink.
Indeed, mate. And a drink.
What do you guys want to do? You want to find this fucking shiny bastard?
I sure do. Maybe we can find out if somebody knows something around here.
Does this town have a
Let's split up.
library
Let's go to
or
different locations.
a museum of sorts?
This town has a library and the temple. They have a decent selection of books. It's like the equivalent of a budding frontier town. It looks like a lot of the structures were set up very rapidly by very talented stoneworking dwarves. There's some kind of mineral that's really good for some weird type of alchemy that some other land needs that they're managing to mine. It's very hard to work with and very rare, and very dangerous to get, but that's really what they're here to do. This is a mining town. But, like I said, they do have a temple with some good books. What are you looking to learn?
I'd like to head over to the temple to learn, because that's what I do. I like to know history and arcana and learn as much as I can. So I'd like to head to this library and learn as much as I can while the others figure out what it is that they want to do.
Cool. Let's handle that in a second. I'm going to find out what everybody's doing right now, and then we'll just handle each individual action separately.
I'm gonna go to
so-
the tavern because I feel like I could talk to people there and maybe find out some information.
Before I head
Sure.
to the tavern, I want to head to like a general store, like a potions market, somewhere that might sell potions.
Sure.
I'm gonna go to the tavern with Gideon.
Excellent. So let's handle the temple. Did I miss anyone? I'm not looking at the stream right now.
Rob.
Nostra.
Rob.
I-
Yeah,
Rob,
Rob,
what
sorry.
are you up to? Say again.
I already said I was headed to the tavern for a drink.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure. So yeah, let's handle the temple first. Hang on 1 second. I got something fancy for this. Hashtag production value.
Fancy.
So this is
Nice.
definitely so actually before you head to the temple, as you guys are walking in, you definitely hear kind of people murmuring, "Oh my god, they're all dead. Like it's all gone too. Jesus, they haven't been able to make it in there for months." But as you guys, that's just as you guys are walking past, you hear kind of whispers of that around the crashed wagon, which is pretty gnarly. It looks like everything has been absolutely eradicated around that thing. A whole bunch of people dead. Tragedy of the millennia of this town. So you get to the temple,
Tragic.
really ornately carved. It looks like it's got a lot of attention, and they tolerate the worship of all good and neutral deities here.
I'd like to go inside and maybe look around, see if there's some scrolls I can read, some books I can read to learn about the stuff in the area, anything I may not know.
Sure, there's a dwarven custodian of this place who leads you to an off chamber. There's a whole bunch of books. There's some, there's a lot of local regional knowledge. It looks like a lot of the stuff is just like mining accounts that they've had. There's some religious texts that you've read, but you do manage to find some books on some local regional history. If you want to roll whatever the knowledge history skill is in 5e, go for it. You have advantage because you're like reading it.
So there's Arcana and there's History.
History, yeah, that's a good one then. You can you roll it with advantage, yeah.
Not gonna help. I got 11.
With 11, you still get a sense of this area. This is a mining town is really reaffirmed in there. There's there's like a really niche mineral that they found a market for back in their hometown for some weird like cosmetic application that happens to be worth a lot of money because it's around here. Notable landmarks: there is a swamp barrier between here and the forest that was like that enchanted forest that was originally your guys' destination. It looks like the swamp acts is like sort of a barrier around this mountain. Once you get out like a day's travel, it just kind of expands and surrounds. A lot of stories about people being lost there, and some really rare lichens and alchemical components that only exist in that swamp.
Okay, so I'll just sit here, continue to read whatever books are here, and while the others go about their ways.
All right, cool. Let's handle the general shop yet. Hang on 1 second. So it's basically like right in the town square. You go in and it's like a general goods store. So what are you looking to buy? It's not really like wet. That's the blacksmith for the record.
Yeah.
But this is like potions and some general shit.
Yeah, I'm not. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I want to know what kind of potions he's got for sale. What kind of different potions?
Actually, a pretty decent selection. Is there a specific one that you're looking for?
Healing potions.
Okay. Let me look up the names of these. So he has the equivalent of Cure Light and Cure Moderate potions for whatever the rate is at the in the Dungeon Master's Guide. He has. So let me look that up.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what the equivalent is really, because I know there's lesser, greater, regular health potions. Actually, I'm not even sure if there's lesser.
So he has. Let me. I'm looking this up right now. My apologies.
No worries.
It might even be in the compendium in the in roll 20. Items.
So he has whatever the D&D the DM cost is in the DMG or on roll 20. He has you can get up to 5 potions of healing and 2 potions of greater healing. That's what he has left. After the boulder hit the town, it kind of shook everybody, and there was a lot of people just like buying medical supplies, kind of freaking out, toilet paper and milk and white bread and shit like that.
Okay, so the price apparently is the healing is 50 and the graders would be 2 to 250. Just so you know, gold
So at this point it's 250 then because
for the graders. No worries.
Yeah, for the graders and 50 for the.
So I'm going to say, actually, shit, we didn't get any loot. Actually, I'm just going to pay him straight up 100 gold for 2 of the regular healing potions.
Mark yourself accordingly. You're good to go.
I've got nothing to barter with, so that's pretty much gonna say thanks and head back to the tavern.
Cool. So was everybody else at the tavern, or was there anything else? Because I'll handle like the one-offs first.
Oh, we at
I
the
finished
tavern
reading.
with it,
I
baby.
finished reading all my books and whatnot. And I'm gonna head back to the tavern as well to meet up with everybody else.
Okay, so before you, the guys that weren't initially at the tavern get there, so hang on one second. God, I need a second longer.
Who's at the tavern with me? Gideon and Rob, right? The 2 tanks.
Yeah.
They lit, baby. You guys are my
So if
security.
you just shoot somebody, you're okay. You can, use us as meat shields and run away.
Good luck. This town is actually pretty big. It's got a big fence, and one thing that you notice is that it's a lot more established. Like the place where you guys were was sort of a Wild West. That was like the sketchiest fucking dive bar. And this place does have some significant presence of law and order in it, especially now that folks are getting back from their other raids. Yeah, you guys are in the tavern. The place is really bumping right now. There's a lot of stress going on, so folks are drinking. Y'all can roll just general perception checks. Everybody that's in the tavern right now.
I'll do that shit.
So Nick, underneath the rolls, because Gideon and Pinos are going to have the same at the top, underneath the rolls it'll say Gideon if it's his roll.
Cool. Perfect.
What do we
What
roll?
do I perceive with my
Just
yeah.
general perception if you're in the tavern.
Not you
Yeah,
and me.
I'm on my way there.
Gideon.
So,
What's that
yeah,
number?
Gideon is kind of, you got an 8. Gideon is just sort of not really able to pick anything out, but it sounds like that the talk of the town is the boulder right now, and the economic effect and the loss of life that's happening there. So there was like apparently some sort of they went into do like a raid into the swamp and gather some really valuable and rare alchemical components. They actually lost a few people in the process of doing that, but it was
the
worth
people
it.
they
in the end.
lost because of, or they lost the people because of their adventure.
They lost some people because of their adventure, and on the way back, all the spoils of that adventure, plus like 2/3 of the party that went out, were fucking killed by that boulder. Just terrible, terrible luck. And so, especially like the alchemical shops and one of the bigger ones, and like this one particular guy that had placed a lot of that order, out a whole fuckload of money right now.
All right, so
Yo,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
walk
play
into
this
the
off.
tavern. I'm gonna start playing my loop, right? And I'm gonna say, shout out to my man Gideon. Shout out to my man Rob at the bar. Buy them a drink and you have a chance, ladies. They're single. I'm gonna put a fucking joint in my mouth, light it, and start strumming along in my loop. Ooh, baby, I love you way. Let's get that boulder away, right? And
I was wondering how long.
Everybody's gonna really dig it because I'm gonna sing about the soul, the molder and the chemicals and all that. And I'm gonna put my hat on the table, hope people throw money in it.
So roll a performance check. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna I like because you explained it and characterized it so well. Instead of giving you 2 gold per point of performance you get, I'm gonna give you 3. So you get 24 times 3 gold pieces. People really need to hear this music right now. They're vibing with it. You definitely won a lot of attention at the crowd.
It's got 72 gold.
Wow.
And with that performance check, you rolled a nat 19. You guys aren't paying for drinks, so you're good. You're good to go.
All right. I'm gonna throw. How much did I get in total? I got
72.
72.
You
gold,
already-
right? I'm gonna throw 2
Plus
gold
your
on the thing.
249.
I'm gonna throw 2 gold on the thing and say that's 2 rounds for everybody in the room. Let's have a good night. Now we can start asking questions about the shiny man that everybody likes us now.
So yeah, well done. People
Yeah.
love you, and you guys are gonna roll advantage on all social rolls during this little interaction.
Sick.
Very well done. Now the rest
I
of the
agree.
party walks in while Lex is singing. So Richter is singing. So you guys also will gain that advantage on social roll. I'm assuming Richter shouts them out as well. Yeah, continue. Everybody is like talkative to you. So what kind of questions are you gonna ask? And who are you gonna ask them to?
First thing, I'm just going right up to the bartender and saying, "Man bought us all drinks there. I need something that'll quench my thirst here."
He looking for something hard or soft?
Hard. It's been a rough journey.
Rough journey, huh? I got just the thing. He sticks his hand beneath the counter and he pulls out this old, like, really gnarly clay bottle. It's got like a thick layer of dust on it, and he just blows it off. Do you speak Orcish?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't believe so, though.
Speak what? Sorry.
Orcish.
Oh, Orcish? No, I don't speak Orcish.
So there's some
I
Orcish
might
letters.
No, I do
I
not.
might speak Orcish. Oh wait, no, I'm not with them, right?
Oh, you are. You can be at the bar.
Nah, I don't speak Orcish.
So there's some
I speak
Orcish
Draconic.
letters on the side of this thing, and he pours it out. It comes out like this dark amber color. Smells both like nasty and good at the same time, and he slides you a cup over.
I ask him if it's is there any animal product in this in any way?
He shakes his head.
No or yes?
He shakes his head no.
Okay, I'll just take it and I'll swirl it in the glass a little bit, give it a good sniff, slug it
Burns
back,
the
and
nostrils.
plant my glass on the bar. Burns the nostrils?
Yeah, as you take a sniff, it's a little burned, but it's a sweet scent smell as well. It's like really sweet and spicy going down. It's just a really powerful kick, and even you, with your proclivity for drinking, are a little taken back by this. This is like the fucking like you went from drinking whiskey to fucking Everclear, essentially, of alcohol here. This is some like Orcish fire grog that isn't even legal in most cities.
Yeah, and I slam it back and put the glass on the table and kind of do that classic like kid first time he takes a shot of whiskey or scotch or something like that, and he just
He laughs and gets you a water and an ale. Lex, what was your question?
cheers.
I did not have a question.
I think it was
wait,
Al that
we
had
are
the
all
question.
together right now?
Oh, I'm sorry, Al. What was your question?
Al's real quiet for some
I was
reason.
gonna say, I was trying to let other people talk.
Okay.
I was gonna
No,
say,
your mic's pretty quiet.
Oh. Hold on, let me turn it up a second.
Say what you're gonna say, and then we can turn it up after, because you got the
I
whatever
was
the
gonna
fuck
say
now.
that when I see Rob's reaction to drinking it, I call for a glass. I want some too.
Yeah, Rob is a special drinker, so this stuff is like pretty much gonna floor you. You take a shot, and yeah, it is sweet.
Let
but-
me roll.
Go. Okay. You can roll a Constitution check.
What's Al doing?
He's taking a shot of the same shit that Rob drank.
17.
So this is the worst you've ever been burned by an alcohol, and you're definitely like feeling it exponentially more than you thought you would be. But you managed to like stay on your feet and compose yourself and not embarrass yourself with like, you know, making that weird whiskey face.
Indeed, mate. It's a nice little drink. I say as I
Yeah,
grab.
Yeah, you say that, but your voice is like 3 times higher than it usually is, just like just out of the fucking shock to your throat. Pause.
Definitely put some hair on your chest, that's for sure.
So, what kind of questions are you guys gonna ask? You said you were looking for information.
I'd like to go up to the bartender if I could.
Yeah, absolutely. He's real receptive to you.
I'm just gonna take a minute
I'd
real
like
quick.
to go up to the bartender. What?
I just wanted to shout out Lord TY. He donated a bunch of bits last stream that we missed because we were messing with the sound. So shout out Lord TY for that cheer and the bits.
Shout
Hell yeah.
the
Thank
fuck
you.
out,
Thank you,
Lord TY. Thank you, sir.
Let's go.
Let me know what part you want me to kill.
I want to approach the bartender and say, I bought everybody in this place 2 drinks already and still haven't got myself one. Can I have a beer?
He
Rick,
does-
do you try this stuff that me and Gideon had? It's pretty tasty.
he smirks at you and says, "Thanks for the tune. We really needed it today." And he pours you a shot of the same stuff that they had, and he also takes out like the nicest bottle of ale you've ever seen. It's got like one of those weird like permanently attached via metal stoppers. It makes that satisfying "punk" sound when he opens the bottle and he just puts it in front of you.
I'm gonna say, I'm glad to have done you that favor. Would you mind doing me one?
He kind of raises his eyebrows a little bit. What are you looking for?
You know those bandits that have been around town lately?
Those back alley dregs, they call themselves bad. Those flock of seagulls, haircut looking motherfuckers. Yeah, I know them.
All right. They have a sorcerer that runs with him. He wears a bunch of jewelry. Have you seen him?
Seen him. Used to be in here every fucking night just terrorizing people. The town guard was out for the longest time dealing with a fucking dragon. And he just moved right in. Couldn't do shit about him. He would just dip whenever anybody wanted to fight him.
I want to slide another gold on the table and say, do you know where I can find this guy?
He slides the gold back to you. He smirks and he goes, "Not quite, but I know which direction to go."
I'm going to slide him a napkin and say, then write it down.
He writes down basically like it's north through this fucking it's north. He actually goes
As long
through
as I
the
can keep directions on me for a little bit, I'm good.
Absolutely, but you guys should know that he's telling you to go through the enchanted forest that you guys were originally going to anyways, because this dude is going to meet up with a bunch of people in a city on the other side of that, trying to form some sort of fucking I forget exactly what he called it, but it was horribly pretentious. I think he just wants to be in some sort of gang.
Before I go, do you know anybody who would be interested in joining our rival gang to go take them out?
Lex, out of character moment, are you trying to introduce somebody right now? Like, do you have another player?
No,
from
no. I just want to see if we could grow our fucking our guild so we could take this guy out a lot easier.
He wants to try to get us some NPCs to help to help fight with.
For sure,
Okay,
mercenaries, all that shit. Fuck that.
Cool.
I just want this guy out.
I just wanted to make sure that was it. He goes, "Well, the town guard is awfully busy right now dealing with the ramifications of this. If you can wait around for a couple of weeks, I'm sure some of the other groups are going to come back, but I can't tell you a specific time. I'm just at the moment we're all kind of fucked."
Okay. And then I chug my drink.
I want to grab two
I, um,
freaking ales from the bar when you're done with this. I'm gonna talk to somebody.
Cool.
I also
Cool.
want to ask the bartender. Now, I'm part of a gang called the Red Wave, but also my background is criminal, and we have access to a system of communication called the Thieves' Camp, right? It's like gestures or language, slang, lingo that you would use with people from the underworld who would understand, you know?
Sure.
So I'm gonna do a hand gesture, a subtle one, while I'm holding my cup, so the bartender can see it to see if he understands.
Nice.
The bartender does not understand. However, roll perception.
Okay.
Now only.
Nice.
22.
It looks like there is a hooded fellow in a corner that you just sort of noticed that has noticed that you used the same coat.
I don't look at him.
He throws
But
up
I
the same
gesture with my
sign.
hand. But I gesture a greeting to him.
You just see a greeting gestured back, and meet me out back.
I affirm.
So we're gonna handle that in a second. Somebody else have questions for the bartender during
I can
this
wait.
kind?
I can
Not for the
Uh,
bartender, but
Oh yeah, go
No.
ahead. No, for whoever you ask.
if Nosha got something before you're done with the bartender.
Basically, this whole time, I'm just drinking and listening to as much as I can. Try and gather as much information from these people. Try and hear about anything I can about the flashy man, Archibald.
Sure. So, yeah, go ahead and roll perception. How much have you drank?
Well, how long have we been here about now?
Oh, probably 20, 30 minutes.
Well, I would have definitely the shot and probably 2 or 3 ales.
Okay, so just roll perception.
Ooh, nat 1.
Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. Okay, I love whatever that sound was. I totally knew that was gonna happen. But so yeah, you the fucking orcish fire water there went to your head, and your ears are kind of ringing right now from the booze. That was a lot stronger than you're used to, than even you're used to. All right, so did somebody else have questions before we get to Al's back alley sketchy ass meeting?
Yeah, I just wanted to grab an ale for myself and a second ale and look for somebody that looks like they've, they live rough. Not somebody who's on rough times, but it looks like they've been outside of town quite often.
Sure. Yeah, so are you looking for like an adventurer type, a tradesperson type? Like a
Yeah,
local
I'd say,
that lives out
yeah,
there?
no, like an adventurer type. Somebody that would have been, around the woods, might have something, a little more knowledge than the regular folk, if there's somebody around. Like
Yeah,
that.
but I got a question.
You managed to see like a farmhand kind of guy that is carrying a sword that looks like it's gotten some use. He doesn't look like an adventurer per se, but he's definitely seen some action. You can see some scars on him. Looks like he has a character level.
That's good enough. I just want to approach him and offer him the ale. Say, it's a damn shame what's happened in this town.
He shrugs, takes the ale, and he goes, "Yeah, it's pretty awful. Thanks." Pops it.
You got a moment to talk?
Not doing anything right now.
All right, so I sit down beside him. I was gonna say, yeah, I hearing all over town that this flashy man guy. I don't know his name other than Flashy Man's been doing all this shit. He's the one with the boulder. He's been doing something else before him. I'm just me and my buddies here. We're trying to get a lead on him. We're trying to figure out which way he went. Trying to fucking find this asshole. I just wondering if you might have known something. You look a little more useful than some of these people here.
You can roll persuasion with advantage. Yeah, if I ever tell you a skill that doesn't exist, just roll the right one.
We know.
18.
Yeah, so when you're talking to him, you mention his name, he just shakes his head and he just spits onto the ground. The bartender kind of goes, "What the fuck?" And he just says, "Sorry." And he goes, "Yeah, Archibald, that fucking cock swallowing fuckmonger. Like, I can't stand that guy." Takes another big drink of it. He goes on for some time. It looks like this dude's like modus operandi is he'll show up with a bunch of dudes. They'll do a bunch of crimes, and then he eventually just leaves them to die. There were a couple of altercations with townsfolk that ended with Archibald dipping, kind of like he did with you guys, and suddenly, like, a whole bunch of goblins from some Blazzacrax gang that showed up into town around the same time he did would get left to their certain doom. This dude was robbing people, he was using whole person, and he was just generally being a pretentious douchebag the whole time. Whole lot of slanderous words sent towards his character. When you ask him about like where he is, he shrugged. Hasn't seen him since the boulder crashed. Actually, looks like he grabbed a couple of things from his room that he had stolen, essentially upstairs, and took off, muttering about some huge, great conflict. And he was coming back with the party to end parties. Kept using the word "rad," as in radical.
Is there any groups around here that use the word rad? Like these bad fools?
Oh yeah, they were all pretentious douchebags. Every single one of them used slang that sounded like 30 years ago. Honestly, when you were at when you were training, did you ever know somebody who just wanted to be cool so bad that they would do anything, absolutely anything, to fit in?
Well, I didn't know too many people throughout my life. I kind of stayed to myself, but I know what you mean.
Well, if you had met these people, you would have definitely reaffirmed your fucking decision to stay by yourself, trust me.
Yeah, most people I meet reaffirm that decision.
He laughs, and, you know, at that point it's just like small talk and adventuring, shit like that.
All right. I'm gonna say thanks.
Yeah.
And if he thinks of anything else, let me know before we leave town. I'm gonna kind of head back to the group.
Cheers.
Before we cheers, and then before we go anywhere, I kind of just want to talk to the group. Maybe try to gather them at a table before they leave.
Sure. And before that, and as you're having this conversation, I'm assuming at this point, Al, your contact dude gets up and walks out
Okay.
with a gesture to follow.
All right. I want to ask a question to Dab as I pass him in the bar. Dabbington, can you turn invisible, mate?
I can't exactly turn invisible. I can kind of teleport, and if we're in rough terrain, I can hide myself amongst the rocks, but that's about as far as I can go. Sorry.
Do
How
I
about
overhear
stealth?
this?
Yeah, you can overhear it.
I have stealth advantage, but
I
as I
can
say, it's got to be
briefly.
rocky terrain.
I can briefly.
Like I
turn
said,
invisible.
It was worth the try. And
You
then
have a
I
party
walk
member-
away.
I think maybe
The
if you
mic
talk
is
to
low, but
Rob
you have a
Rock,
party member telling you. Yeah,
if
sorry.
you talk to Rob Rocky,
Sorry?
he might be able to help you out.
I turned back to Rob Broccoli, who the last person I saw was drunk at the bar.
I'm not
He wasn't
I
drunk.
mean, I've had some drinks, but
I don't know. He sounded kind of drunk the last time the DM described him. He said he was under the weather because of those orc shots, but go ahead.
you're coming to me, right? Or are you-
Man.
Nah, I left the bar. I passed Dab already. I was on the way to meet with this guy.
before you leave the bar,
Let me
I'm
finish
definitely
this
pulling
thing.
you aside. Before you go on, I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to pull out 2 healing potions I got. And I say, listen, you guys have a little rougher time than I do up front when we fight. You guys are going to need these. And I pass one to Rob,
Wow.
and one to Gideon, and I'm going to say, the rest of you, I ran out of gold or we'd have more, but somebody should maybe go check this shop out before we leave town.
I got
And kind of point them in the direction.
Thank you,
And then
Pino.
say, yeah, do what you want. And then just I'm going to sit there drinking an ale.
Okay, I'm going to tuck the healing potion into my clothing, and I'm going to proceed outside to move around to the back alley.
Bacon.
Yes.
I want to approach one of the female bartenders or bar ladies, bar patrons, one of the ladies going around serving drinks.
We'll handle that after Al's conversation with this sketchy dude in the alley.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Sorry,
I got
Al.
a drink with my combo. Go get you.
Go ahead.
So, all right. Whoever needs to speak, go ahead. I'm gonna shut up.
I was just gonna give some gold to Pino for buying the health potions. I don't know how much you paid for those, but here's 100 gold.
I said, don't even worry about it. Keep your money and go buy your own when you get the chance. She's got plenty more. I don't need it.
All right, and I'll just wait by the door and try and listen to the conversation. I'm not going to go out, but I'll just hang out inside and listen to Gideon's conversation. If
It's
I
in
can.
the back, so you would have to follow me. I don't have a problem with you following me. I'm just letting you know I'm not going to be by the front door.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna follow him all the way. Like, I'll keep an ear out to see if anything, goes down. If I can hear any activity or anything. And yeah, go ahead.
So
Okay.
you walk out back, and around back you manage to spot the hooded figure. Pulls back her hood, and it's a pretty attractive female tiefling. She's wearing leather armor, has several knives on her. All of them look really ornate and well done, but she's clearly some sort of mercenary, rogue, criminal type background person.
Hello.
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of looks at you.
I'm trying to catch up with the guy who knocked the whole boulder into the town somewhat because there's a monetary opportunity for me. Can you help me with that?
What's in it for me?
Obviously, if I'm going to be paid, then the information I'm going to get from you is going to be compensated for.
If you're gonna be paid, then I would be compensated. That doesn't sound very solid.
What can you tell me now that I can pay you for now?
Well, I can tell you exactly what he's planning on doing. He kind of had a thing for me, and tried to kill him a few times. Didn't stick. He's kind of a squirrely fucker.
Too bad about that. Maybe these people wouldn't have a boulder sitting in the middle of their town. But that's neither here nor there, because their misfortune is my opportunity. Hello?
She's not gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, your ball's in your court.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. I did. That's what I said. Depending on the usefulness of your information is how much gold I'll pay.
She just kind of smirks and raises her eyebrows at that, like indicating, really? You think that's how this works?
You haven't made any offers yet, so...
If you give me 50 gold right now, I'll tell you where he's going, how he's getting there, and what he's planning to do.
Now I have a question to ask. Do I have 50 gold to give? Pino, you know?
Yeah, I've got most of what everybody has. Everybody's got 100 gold except for Richter, who has 250 because he sold some of the loot that we got previously. And I'm at 10 gold because I had 110, but then I spent it. So
Okay.
you have 100.
So I actually have 102 gold, actually, because, 2 gold out of that. I cut up the fucking surprise.
Yeah, all right, I'll write that down.
Okay, so when she says 50 gold, I squint a little. I said 30.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah. Does that the advantage from the bar continue with him here?
He's test social interactions.
No, she's immune to that. She doesn't give a fuck about, like, anyone.
14.
40.
40, and you go and you travel part of the way with us.
No.
35.
Guess you don't want to know. She starts walking away.
$40 in the name of any of his known associates.
Sure. She turns, walks back to you. Gold first.
Gold first. I pass it over.
She goes invisible.
You getting
Hold
jacked,
on, I gotta
Gideon?
see if I can respond to that shit. Don't talk
Yeah.
shit if you're not helping.
Throw your net in her general
She-
direction.
She pops back visible, going, just kidding. Then she,
You should have did it because I definitely was in my sheet. It wasn't gonna end there. But go ahead, I'm glad.
she sees you like pulling a net out. She just pops back and back revisible.
But I have a question though. I don't have to look frantic or nothing. I wasn't born yesterday. Know what I mean? To know the Thieves' Cant knows what their dirt is like.
Oh, you would have been able to get the net off, definitely, but she just saw you like about to net the shit out of her and was like, fuck it, and pop back in.
Yeah, bitch. We just definitely shaking this motherfucking hallway, bitch.
She goes, well, if I heard your conversation with the bartender, you already know where he's going. He was right. This guy ran with his tail between his legs. He's going through the forest to the city on the other side. There's a barrier swamp with a lot of critters in there. There's a barrier forest with a lot of an enchanted mist that'll kill your memory if you don't have the substance that you need. It's grown from a special lichen, but the problem is the boulder crushed the entire delivery of the lichen. It's in the middle of the fucking swamp. Tons of undead. Tons of lizard folk. Tons of danger. And people in this region that have lived here for over a year, they can cross through the enchantment no problem without losing their current memories. However, anybody that's from outside that region is going to need a potion. And the only way to make that potion is with that lichen.
Have I learned the recipe to this potion while researching at the library?
You haven't learned the recipe of the potion. You've seen it. It's incredibly complex to make, and you know that the potion exists. What she's saying sounds legit.
Okay.
But you don't know this because you're not there.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna relay all that. Believe me, I'm gonna relay all that. But what I was gonna say is, who is Rad?
Rad?
Yeah, who the fuck are they?
No, you mean bad.
No. Didn't he say? Okay.
He says everything is rad, as in radical, because he's a fucking twat.
Oh no, I understood that. I thought that was a code for something else too. My fault.
No, he called himself bad. The back alley dregs. They made a fucking they use the letters of their name to call themselves bad. That's how awful these people are. Trust me. No
I
one
will say this.
care that you wipe them off the planet.
Also, I will say this. A man like the one we were following and chasing this fellow, he could hardly travel this far on his own. Who is helping him?
Fucking
Who is
wizard.
this teleports that distance?
Yeah. He's a fucking
wow.
wizard. Most of his friends are dying because he runs like a bitch once things get tough.
Which is why I thought maybe he had help, but okay.
He does have help, but he uses and abuses his help.
For the record,
yeah, I was wondering if there's anybody she knew of that. Yeah, that's what I said. I wonder if there's anybody that's helping him now that we could press before we leave here.
I wanna ask one of the female bar ladies. I'm gonna put my rock star swag on because I just rocked this bitch, right? The walls was just slapping, so I'm gonna ask her if she knows anybody that knows their way around those woods.
The way around the woods, you can. I won't even make you roll persuasion. That's like a totally innocuous question, and she kind of wants to bang you. So, yeah. In terms of like ways around the woods, like there's a couple of people that would be able to guide you. There's a few maps. Like, the issue with the woods isn't the way. The issue with the woods is the fucking fog. Like, once you can get out of the stupid fog that makes you immediately forget your short-term memories, then you'll be able to like find your way, is what it turns out there. In order to get to the woods, you have to get through the swamp, and it doesn't look like there's too many people that are eager. Most of the guides that were in town fucking died because they were in that party that got crushed by the boulder.
So there's no type of breathing apparatus to help us in that fog, right, lady?
There's a potion that'll stop it from having effectiveness.
Yeah, but you don't know about that yet.
No, I know.
She's a barmaid. She doesn't know magic items and shit.
No, but does she know about the memory loss and all that?
Yeah, not a potion to help you breathe through it, but there's a potion that'll help you retain your memories. That's the materials that they were getting from that fucking wagon to begin with. They had run out, and it's really dangerous. Like it's incredibly hard to find. It's in the middle of this fucking swamp. It takes a whole bunch of experts, and everyone that's in town currently that was an expert was basically killed in that boulder strike in one horrible fell swoop.
I want to re-enter the bar.
Go for
it. Out of character, my background being wanderer, I lived in the woods. I am used to plants. I've worked with plants a lot. Am I gonna know some of these ingredients, like what they look like, how to find them,
so
what I can see them, would I know them if I seen them?
This particular ingredient, like the other ingredients in this potion, like when you figure out what they are, which isn't going to be that hard for you guys, there's an alchemist that specializes in making it. You want the best stuff. If you get the cheap shit, like you're just going to like forget everything and think you're a goldfish for like 36 hours or something. It's really weird. But you'll know the other ingredients. This one is one that you haven't heard of, but you'll be like really adept at learning about it and identifying it once you've like read about it.
Cool.
Out of character as well, it's sounding like to me, and just tell me if I got this right, they ran out of the resources to make it, so chances are the potion master doesn't have any of these potions, correct?
Yeah, no, that was explicitly stated. They're out of stock in the potion, and they were trying to re-up on it. It's like a very popular seller. They charge like thousands of gold for it because you can't cross through these barrier woods on the other side of the barrier swamp without it.
Let's just be out.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the table and talk for a minute because we all haven't been together after gathering information. So we go. I sit down at the table with Pino and Dab, right?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, we're having a beer right now.
Okay. So we're gonna wait for Richter and Rob to come join us.
Yeah. What were they?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Richter. You gonna bang that bitch? Or you gonna come tell us what she told you?
I'm gonna tell them everything that she told me.
And I'm gonna relay the information that I got.
Same thing for me. I'm gonna give the information that I got from the road.
And I will tell everybody what I had learned through the books that I had read in the temple.
Okay.
Rob, you coming back in?
Well, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah,
I'll tell us that he's not drunk.
That's up to the DM how drunk I am, but yeah, I'll pick my beer.
It's fine. You still gotta sit with us because we're your fucking friends. I don't care if you're alone. I don't care if you're alone or when you're drunk. You still gotta sit with your fucking friends.
Oh yeah, no. I grab when you come back in. I grab my beer and I come join the table.
I signal to you. Grab one for me too, mate.
And
right.
Rob, you had more than you thought you did
I'll grab
during this period of time. Yeah, you definitely had more than you thought you did. The barkeep was filling your glass the whole time, and that initial shot was like pretty woozy for you. But you're a fairly functioning alcoholic. You're drunk, but you're not at a disadvantage right now.
Cool. Yeah, I'll grab around for everybody and come sit at the table.
Do it.
Cool. So I'm gonna look at the guys and they say, it sounds to me like what we need to do is we've got a direction. We know that there's a wagon that at least had supplies at some point. We should probably check that out, and we should probably talk to the alchemist in town on how to make this fucking potion, or maybe see if we can
check the
get
wagon,
it to make
which I don't. We could check the wagon, but we should be stealthily at it because
let's just go in the woods and forget.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll never get there and starve.
It's because
I'm
Richter's got
starting to
nothing
wonder
to
why
remember.
this is why you forgot in the first place. I'm starting to wonder if this potion might help you remember who you are as well.
Maybe.
Well, you said
a good idea, Mike.
You said there was a potion guy. Does he have any of these potions that we need?
Shout out Treasy does it for the follow.
Thank you. I would say anybody with money might want to go.
You sick son of a bitch! I fucked with you for life. You heard?
Anybody might...
Why don't we hit this guy up again and see if this guy has any of these potions that we need? At least if a couple of us.
Also, mate, there's a gentleman who lost out quite a bit on this whole excursion going belly up, and that was the sponsor of this trip. Perhaps we should speak with him as well. Perhaps we can take over the job that he wants done and do it as we travel to kill this fellow Archibald.
Could be Possible.
And also,
Yeah,
as
try
the
to get
sponsor,
some money out of him, but if he's out of money,
He's
how much
already
is
got
going
a
to have to
bounty
give?
on him. Let's go get him.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we've
saying
got
out
a
of. He's
benefit.
not poor. He just lost out on this trip.
And then
And
I'm gonna
favors are worth a lot in the future too.
I'm gonna suggest to the
Isn't
rest of
that
the
guy
table.
dead?
No, I don't think he was on the trip, was he?
No, he wasn't. The guy that makes the potions was not on the trip.
Well,
He's a shop owner and shit.
I think we're saying the same thing, Gideon, my friend. I think you've, I think
Well, I
you've
didn't know
had
if that-
too many to drink.
I didn't know that the alchemist and the guy who was running the trip was the same guy. I didn't catch that.
No, the alchemist is not dead, is what I said.
Yeah,
I'm
at a
pulling
character,
you
I
into my
didn't either, but I'm
patience,
playing like I did.
And I'm like, let's fucking go get the flashy man.
Yeah, well, we've got a few things to do
Are
before
you
we go
even
to
listening to the conversation at all, man?
Because I'm not
There's
walking into
there's a
the
fog that makes you lose your memory between us and the Flashy Man.
So at this time, I'm
We're
gonna
trying to
suggest.
If you guys make me wait any longer, I'm gonna go get the giant to come with me.
At this time, I'm gonna suggest we go to the alchemist.
Do
quick,
that, mate. By all
Ask-
means.
Ask if I can possibly learn how to make the potion and head on our way to see if we can find the ingredients throughout the swamp before we get to the forest.
So,
I
as
want to go
you
to
guys-
the. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So as you guys, not as you guys are leaving. So you guys get into the alchemy shop. It smells really weird in there. Hang on one second. See that? That's motherfucking production value right there, bitches.
That's dope.
So
Oh, I
the
gotta go
alchemist
on the
is this weird old guy. Kind of speaks
yeah.
in riddles, which I'm not going to attempt to do. So just assume that I am. It's really clever, guys. Just trust me. So he's sitting down there. He's kind of fretting.
And I'm gonna
What's
walk
wrong,
up
old
and say,
man?
I'm gonna walk up to him and say, "Excuse me, sir. Can I bend your ear for a moment, please?"
He's gonna respond to Lex. He goes, "Did you not see my investment out front crushed by a fucking random ass boulder?"
We're trying to kill the guy that threw the boulder at your town.
No shit.
All
I
of
like
it.
you guys.
We understand that there's a potion that's needed to make our way through this forest so we don't lose our memory. Could you possibly instill that knowledge within me on how I may craft that if we are able to find the resources along the way?
Sorry.
He I can instill the knowledge, and if you'd like, you can help me, but you will need a fully functional and quite complex alchemy lab. But I can build it for you. You said you're gonna kill the flashy man?
Indeed,
I'd
we
kill
are.
him twice if I could.
Lex, roll persuasion with advantage. 'Cause he
I
really
didn't hear
doesn't.
what-
Nobody in this town likes the flashy man. Yeah, you nail it with the 24. He smirks and he goes, "Tell you what, you bring me back those ingredients. Get enough so that I can make a lot of these potions. Generally, they cost 1,000 gold apiece. If you bring me back enough, I'll give you all one for free.
Only one.
Deal? One
Only
each
one?
for free.
Oh,
One each for free.
that's better.
That's
You
a
need that,
$5,000 payment, boys. Listen,
That's what I said. That's fine. That's better.
I think it's fair. You get as much of this stuff as you can. I will make you 5 of those potions. The rest of that will be my investment returned to me. Deal?
And all of the ingredients
Okay,
we should be
Alchemist,
able to
what do you
find in the
drink?
swamp. All the ingredients we should
You
be
are
able to
look-
find in the swamp.
The only ingredient that's in the swamp is the most crucial ingredient. You are looking for a lichen. It is a very special lichen. It grows on the bones of a dead god. Very dangerous to get. Very, very, very dangerous to get. So this will be a good test to see if you can, in fact, kill that Archibald cocksucker.
And you have all the other ingredients
see.
needed aside from this lichen.
Yes,
Do you
that
have
is
a
the
picture?
only one we value.
Do you have a picture of this lichen or be able to draw something that looks very close to it?
He pulls out a scroll and he shows you a drawing of it. You're pretty confident that you'll be able to identify it. It's a fairly unique looking lichen. It's almost like it's glowing.
Beautiful.
It's like
And-
glowing without being luminescent somehow. It's really fucking weird.
And at this time, I'll say to the man, appreciate your time and all the information. We shall be back with the lichen. Thank you very much.
He nods and he wishes you guys luck.
And
You
so at
leave.
this time,
So-
everybody was there,
I'm
so
gonna
they
look
know
at
the
him.
information.
So, boys, we're
I'm
gonna.
gonna touch my nipples.
All I heard was
God.
touch my nipples. Was that Dungeons and Dragons related, or did you forget your push to talk was on?
No. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna lick my fingers, touch my nipples, and walk out the door backwards.
What
And I'll
the
say, excuse
fuck?
my friend, he's quite eccentric.
Lex, odds or evens?
Odds.
He kind of just looks at you confused, turns his back, and starts like doing some random alchemy stuff that doesn't make sense. He just doesn't want to look at you anymore. He's very uncomfortable by looking.
I'm mad curious to what would have happened if I would've
Oh, he'd be into it. Yeah. Yeah.
won.
So at this time, I think we'll make our way towards the forest to go to try to find this lichen.
Sure.
Or the swamp, sorry, the swamp.
Absolutely. So as let me describe the geography around you real quick. So as you guys are starting to head out, and let me change the background a little bit. Motherfucking production value, like I'm some kind of goddamn professional.
Boom.
Ha! I say that as I remember I forgot to upload that one. So here, bam, generic.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
Before we leave
that's
town,
fucking funny.
before we leave town, I want to just say to the guys again, you know, if you got some extra money, you should probably hit up the potions guy for some healing potions.
That was the potions
I'm
guy.
not going to be around to. Well, maybe somebody should go back because I'm not going to be around to save your asses all the time.
So this guy wasn't the potion shop. This guy was the potion supplier. He didn't actually usually sell potions to people. He would sell potions to shops. So he didn't actually
What,
have
the
any shop.
alchemist?
He can go back to the shop. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's like the
I
he's
want
like
to
the
ask
cook.
him for health potions so we don't
I-
get hurt on the way there. Ask him if he'll
I-
do it for us free.
You can
Yeah,
roll
tell him there's
persuasion
that.
checks.
All right, with advantage?
Not with advantage this time. You're trying to get free shit out of him.
Because he wasn't into me, right?
Especially since he wasn't into you.
Are we all rolling that
You know
check?
what? Lex is the one that did it. If he fails, you can re-roll it with disadvantage.
I
So
got
he
a
does.
9. That's trash.
So he doesn't want to give you the potions. Like he just tells you to go to the general shop and do that. If somebody else wants to re-roll it, one person can. You're at a disadvantage now because you already said no.
Whoever has the most persuasion out of
Yeah, I
it.
think that's Gideon, isn't it?
Instead of trying to maybe talk to this guy, maybe we should go to the general shop and see if he'll give us a payment because he's going to be out of supplies if we don't get this shit going too, right?
Yeah, we can rape him.
Maybe
That
he
was-
can give us some.
That
potions.
escalated quickly.
Yeah,
Ah.
he's doing a lot of that lately.
Not down to the raping, but you can. If you think it'll.
Nah, he can't. Nah. Why are we okaying rape?
What do you guys think? I won't rape the guy at the general store?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are we okaying that?
That's
Like, what
not
the
in
fuck?
dispute. That's not in dispute, Lex.
Sammy, hi.
So at this time, I'm going to take
What
Pino's
the
advice,
fuck?
make my way over to the general store, and try to purchase a potion.
Try to talk me out of it first. See
There
before you
are
go.
there's one like the lightest healing. There are 2 lightest healing potions available for 50 gold apiece, and there are 2 of the moderate at 250 gold apiece.
And I'm going to say to the fellow, I believe you have invested interest in our current quest. Any chance of a discount?
He just kind of blankly stares at you.
I'm
You
not gonna
roll-
walk up beside him and say, listen, we're going after the guys, the Flashy Man. We need potions. We heard you guys lost your suppliers, and we're gonna get you some supplies. Now this alchemist tells us that he make the potions for you. I'm assuming, and you sell them for him. And without us going to do this, I think you're gonna run out of potions mighty quickly.
You know what? That's a perfectly reasonable argument. Roll persuasion.
I'm gonna let Dab do it. Can I let him do it with advantage since he started it, or do I have to roll it separate?
You're the one that made that argument. You have to roll it.
Yeah, you're basically you're bargaining for me. So
I'm with you guys too because I got some money for potions as well. If there's
What did
any
you say
left.
I'm rolling? Sorry, what am I rolling?
persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion.
Persuasion?
Without advantage, no advantage.
Yeah.
You're trying to get a discount.
I don't want to be the guy rolling persuasion anyway. Terrible.
Roll again.
Yeah, he's not.
Advantage.
No, he said no advantage.
Oh, no advantage.
Yeah, you're trying to get a discount. You're trying to get him to not take as much money from you. He's a shop. He's not into that.
Say, well, I tried, boys. Pull out your coins.
So we all have 200 gold right now, except for Richter, who's got 250. Did I get that right?
No, 100.
100, except for me. I've only got 10. You've got 100. Everybody else has got 100. Gideon's got 62 now. Richter's got 200, and what did I say? 249 plus a 72, for Christ's sake.
Okay, so I'll purchase one of the $50 potions then.
Me too as well, right?
One less that's available. So those are all the light healing potions that are available. You now have 2 of the moderate healing potions, the second tier of whatever they're fucking called in 5e, for 250 apiece. Yeah, like I said, there was a run on healing supplies, toilet paper, Lysol, Clorox wipes, that kind of shit after the big boulder. The murder boulder, they're calling it.
And I say,
Murder
look,
boulder.
I know it's a lot more expensive and a lot more than what I have for that greater one, but can I owe you? Let me take this for my friends, and when we come back and we have the money, I'll pay you the remaining sum.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage. That's a terrible idea for a businessman.
$13.
He can knock 50 gold off of it, but that's the best he can do.
I turn to the boys and I say, look, if we can come up with another 100 gold, we can get one more of these better health potions to take with us.
I think I got enough health potions, mate. We have a healer with us.
How much gold?
So I have
I've got 100. Somebody else.
What do we need? How much do we
So
need?
you know, Richter's the only one left with enough gold. He needs 100 more to get one more good potion.
It's a healing potion. A nice
How much
one.
gold do I have all in all?
249 plus 72. Remember, he
I don't
sold
wanna
all
get
their
any
shit
elbows.
in the last town.
I'm gonna keep my money.
Wait a minute. He sold all the other shit too, and we didn't get a cut off that either?
You missed out on that 2 episodes ago, so I wouldn't go back on it.
Yo, y'all are letting us rob us, bro. What the fuck? And y'all
I
just
have
quit it.
300 gold.
We still have. Gideon, you're still holding 3 great swords, 2 hand crossbows, 2 light armor, 2 scimitars, and a heavy crossbow.
Oh
from our
shit,
last
yeah. Let me sell all
Oh,
that.
if you want to talk about the gold that Richter has,
But I wasn't holding it to keep it. Don't make it out like I'm stealing from you. That's not what it was.
yeah, I'm just saying, we're all good. But anyway, yeah.
I'm
So
out
we
here
know,
with
like,
200 gold, baby.
yeah, Dab's got 1 healing potion. Gideon's got 2 healing potions. Rad's got 1 healing potion right now.
So he's actually willing to trade. You said you had 3 great swords and 2 large crossbows on you.
From all those guys with when the
I have
flashy man jumped off,
330
he
gold.
said we had 3 great swords, 2 hand crossbows, 2 light armor sets, but
Remember
2
they were tripping about me
scimitars and
having
1
15
heavy
before?
crossbow.
He's willing
And now
to
I-
trade for 2 great
and
swords,
none of them have any
2
money.
light crossbows, and a heavy crossbow for his remaining medium tier healing potion, second tier.
I have a question to
willing to do
ask.
that.
How many total great swords do I have?
I play mad crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's great.
How many,
3, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'll give 2 and 2 crossbows.
Al has money.
It's
Al's
2
thinking about
it's
posting
2
right
light crossbows and your heavy crossbow and 2 great swords is what he's
Shall
willing
we
to
buy
do.
the crossbow?
now.
Say, give it to him.
Nah, I want to keep 1 crossbow, so you can't have all of them. No.
Roll persuasion.
Do you not already have a crossbow on your hip?
Nah, that's what I said. Whatever is the best crossbow I have, I'm going to keep that.
Roll persuasion.
I'm just getting a
Oh,
whole money
shit. Yep, that's on me.
till I have like 500 and get a magical fucking.
I tried to sign into Discord. They will not let me. They keep saying my password's wrong, but I know it's not.
14 persuasion.
He'll let you keep one of the hand crossbows.
But you're already in Discord.
Okay.
No, he's trying to do it with his
Cool.
computer.
Maybe
Just play
that's why they
Roll20,
won't let me
you
log
can't
in.
do Beyond on your computer.
Yeah, I would say I won't even start screwing with it because it's probably just going to kick you in and out of this chat.
Yeah,
All right, bet, so I won't.
So yeah, you get your moderate healing potion. You lose the items that we talked about. What's next for you, gentlemen?
Head to the
What
swamp.
other potions are in here? Just healing?
No, he's got like cure disease, which would take care of Lex's chlamydia. That's 100 gold. He has some cure
I'm
of
gonna keep my
blindness, a
chlamydia.
few antidotes, that kind of shit.
I'm gonna keep my chlamydia for the record.
Fair enough.
All right, then I think we make our way
That
towards
should
the
have
swamp.
not above.
The bard has chlamydia, and this is a fire stream, motherfucking bar.
I'm gonna give
Okay.
my chlamydia to the fleshy man.
Oh man.
Okay. This is
How do
gonna
you
be-
flex before you say that though?
This is gonna be
I
interesting.
flex while I do it too.
Not a pause in sight either.
I
What the
in
fuck is
fact, I'm so
happening?
scared of you right now.
It's not gay. It's dominant.
Gonna hump him into submission.
And even if it were, that would be fine. It would still be dominance in this instance. So,
Let's find this dude.
so yeah, you guys are you guys just heading out and going in the general direction? I mean, you have like some idea on where it is.
Let's hit the wagon first. Let's check around the
let's
wagon
hit
and see what's left.
Yeah, let's hit in the direction that this band that we got told about got destroyed. That we're going out for these already.
So you guys get there, and it looks like you see some blood, you see a bunch of boards and shit. You might be able to scavenge a day's rations here, but it looks like most of the things of value have already been picked clean. You guys spent quite a lot of time doing your research.
Why
and
don't we
figuring this
take-
shit out. There's not really anything
Why don't
left.
we take something that we
I'll take the
looted
rations.
from the back alley dredges, have Pino sniff it as a wolf, and we track them through the woods that way.
We can't
Well,
get
we're not
through the
going
woods
for them.
'cause
We're looking for
forgetting
the
who we
potion
are.
shit right now, right?
We gotta get the
Yeah,
potions
we gotta
before
find
we
this
could go
potion,
through the
right?
woods, bro.
Yeah, at this point, they're giving you they gave you a city that's beyond those enchanted woods, on the other side of them, that seems to be like the place where the back alley dregs like are congregating for some sort of massive assault on basically decent human beings and other entities.
Let's head for this dead god
Till I give
corpse
him
that's
a
throwing this shit
I
on.
gotta tell you, these guys could be so clockwork orange, but they're not, so they suck.
Yeah, they're like if a bunch of posers who had only seen, they're basically people that have only seen images of Clockwork Orange dressing after that style and trying to act like it because they watched the fucking trailer.
Oh, so they're incels.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Let's
So,
get these
well,
motherfuckers.
Let's head to where they said this dead god's corpse that this shit was growing on it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Dad, you actually read a little bit about this god. The name of it doesn't matter. This was from like eons ago, and apparently this swamp has been blighted. Because of that god, there's a lot of undead in this area. There's a lot of like nasty, sort of slimy, crawly things going around, and just it's a generally unsafe place. So as you guys are transitioning, and remember how I said I didn't have that slide? Well, you talked for a long time, bitches. Bam! Production valued. So as you guys are
In the woods.
transitioning from this like kind of plainsy area, like this landing pad out of this mountain pass, it starts to get thicker and thicker. The mud and the smell, it just smells foul, like decay in this swamp here. You're looking for, based on what everybody's told you, this entrance to like a path, and you've been told very importantly to stay on the path until it forks. There's a marker at the road to indicate which direction to go, and just stay on the fucking path. The dead god is in an island in the center of this swamp, but hopefully the path doesn't deteriorate. So
the bad boys.
So, as you guys are getting over to the entrance of this path of this swamp, y'all spot a kobold. He's kind of got a hood on. He's just muttering to himself, as kobolds often do. Who here doesn't know what a kobold looks like?
I'm gonna shoot
Like
at
a little
him.
lizard guy.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
Kobolds are like little dog people.
They
Shoot
could
him.
be dog people or lizard people. They're just little rodent-looking fucks.
I'm shooting him.
Radish.
So,
You have never, like, do we have to give up our position of advantage every time immediately, bro?
Fuck this dude. You shooting him too with your new crossbow or what? You got it for nothing? You gonna look at it? Put it on the shelf?
Nah, I'm kind of. Never mind, that's not this game.
Let's do it.
by the way, Lex, this is what this kobold looks like. He seems to have a
Oh, he
little
looks
lantern
friendly.
staff on. Yeah. He's a little lizard dude. He's a
Alright. Cobalt sounds like I should shoot.
depending on who you are, that's not out of character for a lot of people. Kobolds can be kind of annoying, but they're not inherently evil.
Alright, I'll give him
They're-
a shot.
they're-
Hopefully he doesn't fuck it up.
So, what are you guys doing? Are you just approaching him?
Be
can
like,
roll
"Yo,
perception
what are
if
you
you like."
what are you saying right now?
Definitely want him. Definitely
you
want to be
muttering
looking at him if
about,
we're just
man?
approaching him.
And roll that perception as Lex is starting to talk to him.
What are you muttering, old man? Fuck you talking about? Master Splinter, the lizard version.
He's muttering about insects.
Insects.
And yeah, there's a lot of flies. He doesn't like the flies. He's calling them a nuisance cattle, like weird. He's just weird. It doesn't look like there's a lot. It looks like it's just him. It doesn't look like an ambush or nothing. You spot a little camp that he has set up. It looks like he's camped out here, just muttering, kind of dissatisfied about the amount of insects.
I'm gonna
Okay,
say you
I'm
don't
not-
like the insects? Isn't this like a buffet for you?
I don't eat insects. He looks up, kind of.
You are such a fucking magical racist, bro.
It's fucking hilarious to me. It's so hilarious to me.
Fucking asshole. Every race, you just make some shit up for them.
He goes, I don't eat insects. Haven't since I was little.
Oh, I
By the way,
heard
he's like 3 feet tall.
I heard kobolds, and I purposely say his name wrong, right? I heard kobolds eat flies.
Heard wrong. Mice,
Yeah, you be eating these
dogs,
things.
cats, slimy, snakes, fish, meat. We like meat. Insect, no meat.
What if I put a bunch of these flies together and make a burger? You wouldn't eat it?
He just thinks about it thoughtfully. Toppings. What toppings?
Pickles, baby's tears, the regular.
He seems to actually like the idea of that. May try. Wise.
Listen, man, I'm looking for this ingredient to make a potion, and I nudged Dab to show him the ingredients.
His eyes grow wide. Y'all can roll a perception check on his or whatever the empathy skill is to figure out what he's feeling. I don't know the names of this shit. I have no idea
Insight.
what's going on. Insight. Yeah, that's what you're gonna roll, bitches.
Oh, I have to roll insight. Okay.
Damn it, that's 2 natural ones today.
Let's go, Dab.
So, Dab, you notice that as you mentioned this thing, that's hilarious. Dab, you notice that as you mentioned this lichen, this they call it angel hair. His eyes grow wide. You get the idea that he knows where it is.
Fuck.
And I'm gonna ask
Angel
him,
hair.
you know where I can find some of this angel hair?
He nods fervently. Yes. Path dangerous. Cousins.
Why is
so
why
many
is
cousins?
oh? What are you doing out here?
They'd kill me. Kill me. They worship. They worship wrong. Bubble Club.
I'm gonna say, okay, Flyburger. If you tell me where they are, I'll kill them myself.
No tell. No tell. Show. I show. Help me through.
Okay.
You help
So,
us get
yeah.
this angel hair first.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Kill cousins. Wait, angel hair.
Let's do it.
Agreed.
I'm gonna agree to let him show us where the way is, but us knowing that we're supposed to be heading towards a fork in the road and towards an island, we have a rough idea where we're going. So if he tries any funny shit, we should still be somewhat aware and not really trusting of this little fellow.
Should we tie his hands behind his back?
Not yet.
No, let's follow him for now.
He has a
I don't
lantern.
feel safe. He ain't getting far from us.
So he just starts. He just takes off in the path. He's not like running or nothing. He's just like kind of briskly walking, like power walking.
I follow him. I'm keeping an eye on the sides of the path, making sure he's not fucking bringing us somewhere we don't want to go into an ambush.
Do any of y'all speak Kobold?
I don't.
Nope.
Cool. So he's just muttering to himself in Kobold the entire time. He seems like an asshole and kind of crazy, but he does seem to know where he's going. He's bringing you along the path, telling you not to look off. Don't follow lights. Follow my lantern, not their lanterns.
Okay, I'm gonna follow up right behind him.
So as you turn off your head to the side of the path, you definitely see some like dancing lights out there. It seems to be other lanterns. You can roll perception, and then you can roll nature or arcana.
Everybody?
I
Yeah.
do perception, but I don't have no nature or arcana skill.
Yeah, roll perception
thank
first. Okay, Dab. So anything above a 10 will make it out. There are these little weird wispy creatures. I won't make with the knowledge nature right there, the description of that and the perception roll. Those are will-o'-the-wisps. They like to lure travelers off and wait until they fall asleep and then suck the soul from the traveler's body, killing them instantly. But they don't like to go into main path areas. So as long as you stay on the path, you should be good to go.
Yeah, because I'll give them chlamydia.
That you certainly will. Well, actually, no, you won't, because they're immune to disease. Now that I think about it,
I'm gonna give them mental chlamydia.
you can certainly do some damage. That's for damn sure. So, from there, all seems to be going fairly well, except this guy's just like really muttering the entire time in Kobold and kind of asking you random questions about what a flyburger is. So,
I'm just gonna make up lies and say where I'm from, that's what we have, and one day I'll make them one.
yeah, he just totally believes you. It's
No bullshit.
you know how like some fucking weird characters will have a tick, like Gollum said Gollum. This guy keeps saying Blubbercrub a lot, which no one is really sure what it means. He just kind of keeps muttering it to himself.
I'm gonna ask him
especially
what
after...
it means.
What does what mean?
Blubbercrub.
Blubbercrub is Blubbercrub.
But what is blubbercrub in my language?
Blubbercrub.
Is that a person, place, or a thing?
It's my god.
It's your god.
Yes. Why they cast me out of the swamp? Why they would skin me and flay me and feed me to their frogs?
Because of blubbercrub.
They don't see Blubbercrub.
Only
Y'all
you
can
see
roll.
blubbercrub.
Y'all can roll religion, by the way, if you have.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that. If I've ever heard of Blubbercrub.
Yeah, Rob, you have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. This dude seems kind of
really?
crazy. Yeah. Richter with the 7. It sounds like some kind of old god. With an 18, Rob, you have no idea what the fuck this guy's talking about. With the 12, Pino, you have no idea what the fuck this guy is talking about.
I'm just gonna tell him, yeah, fuck with blubbercrub. That's my guy. And keep him pushing.
His eyes grow wide. He smiles. He nods fervently, and he walks a little faster. Yeah, anything above a 10, you have no idea what he's talking about. Anything below, you think it's some kind of old god that you haven't heard of.
He's leading us to the angel here.
Yeah, he's leading you towards the angel hair. And speaking of which, you actually start coming up on a crossroads. Y'all can roll perception plus alertness.
What's alertness?
What's alertness?
I'm sorry, that is the system that I'm running in my Sunday game. Y'all can roll perception. LMAO.
We all
Nice,
got
Rob.
crazy rolls.
Hey, there we go.
Dab Hatter's too busy smoking his pipe. Nice. Dab Hatter is too busy smoking his pipe to look up, but everybody else, as you're walking across up to this, you see a shitload of things actually. This guy is sort of talking and blindly talking to you guys. Hang on one second.
Hey guys, this looks like a battle map.
Yeah, I can't wait to fight. I'm mad excited.
Oh, me too. We see a shitload of things. I'm gonna start pointing these motherfuckers out if I see
I'm
them.
gonna Bacon.
That pipe smoking gnome.
Bacon.
So, yeah.
I'd like to look at the old kobold and say, in the name of Blubbercrub, we need you to help us.
Wow, he really jacked his god and everything, bro. You have no scruples, and I love it. Except for the part where you steal all our gold.
Oh wow.
Hang on, it's not quite done yet.
This is all what we see? Is there more? Jesus Christ.
Well, we had really good rolls, man.
Yeah, I know, Rob. That natural 20, you're gonna see everything.
Yeah.
And even Richter with your plus 7? How the fuck do you have plus 7 to your fucking perception?
I don't know. Proficiency plus 5.
Where do you... What? I think your plus 5 is included with your proficiency. Because my perception should be higher than everybody's. And it's only plus 5.
I got a decent wisdom too.
He has oh no, that's stuff he's not proficient in. I don't know why that shit is that high. But if
Maybe
you put it
because
in
I
the
use my charisma.
Hang on, I'm having a slight technical difficulty. Give me like 2 minutes. I have to AFK for a second.
Okay.
Well, why don't we have a quick smoke break? Why don't we do a smoke break right here?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Break,
Smoke break. I'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes. Mine are American spirits.
Alrighty, we'll be right back. We're just gonna take a quick smoke break. And we're back from our smoke break. DM could probably lead us in now.
Excellent. So, as you're following this weird little kobold with his lantern down the path, you come to that fork. Each of you, with your eagle eyes, spots what looks to be some sort of ambush party. You see hiding in the bushes a whole bunch of kobolds, some of them with bows, some of them with daggers and rocks in their hands. And accompanying them seem to be not one, not two, not three, but 4 motherfucking giant frogs. These frogs are wearing a little bit of armor, too. They seem to be trained and accompanying the kobolds. They're right now, they don't know that you see them.
Okay,
I'm
at
gonna
this
say
time
stop, hang back. We need to whisper. We need to be fucking quiet so we can make a plan before they know we're here.
At this time, I'm going to
So
grab
you
the
were gonna say to your
cobalt and hold a knife to his throat and tell him, don't say a word.
No, he's supposed to help us fight them.
We're going into a bunch
Yeah,
of
but-
people that are exact same as him. This is looking like
And
a
he's
trap that
fucking
he's
crazy
leading us
either
right
way.
into.
He might fucking.
Yeah, but they exiled him, bro.
He might be lying. I
I
missed that.
trust him.
Cousins? You see his cousins, he's asking.
Yeah, we see a
Yes.
bunch of people look just like you up there. What do you know about this?
He pushed. He's gonna try to just, like, push the knife away. He's not like attacking you or nothing, but he's just removing the knife from his throat. And he's gonna scream some very angry words in kobold.
Slit that fucking throat.
So I got to slit his
Kill him.
throat.
Well, as he does that, another one pops out. And it looks. You can roll an insight as to trying to figure out what he's saying to them.
50.
He seems to really want to fight and kill these assholes. He looks like he was screaming some sort of insult and rage at the people that exiled him.
Oh, okay, then I'll spare his
That's
life,
better.
I guess.
So, one of these fuckers with a bow steps out of hiding. He's gonna scream something back. There's a mutual ah! And y'all can roll initiative now because combat is in fact starting. Put yourselves on the opposite end of the map, like you're towards the top left corner. So just put yourselves in marching order.
Yeah, so we all gotta pull our characters out here. Hold on. Getting Dab. I'd say you're probably farther in the back, aren't you?
Fuck.
Yeah, we know. Do we really have to fight 20 different people right now? Is that impossible?
Look like it.
To be fair, they're weak little fuckers. They're weak.
I hope so.
But the toads aren't.
The
No.
toads aren't, but those guys are weak.
So,
All right, so
initiative.
I could use.
Initiative.
Yeah, we're rolling good on initiative so
I
far,
could
boys.
charm.
So
Can
you guys gotta roll
charm
something
them
better.
too?
There we go, Pino.
So that was Pino. This one's Gideon. Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh
Give me a
shit! You know what?
second.
We always forget we can have this turn order done already.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a way that I can do that easier? Because like,
Yeah, you bring
Yeah,
up
on the
turn
left
order.
writing
side.
everything down right now.
On the left side, Bacon, there's a thing that if you scroll over, it says turn order. It'll bring up a list if you click on it. And you can input everybody's turn order there so you can have it on the screen and everybody can see it. Or if you do that first and we click on our tokens and then roll initiative, it automatically puts it on that list as long as it's up.
Where is this magical thing on the left?
So on the left top left, where the mouse pointer, the paintbrush, all that shit, it's in one of them. I can't see it because I don't have the GM view up, but it's in there. It's near the bottom. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, look at we're cooking with fucking gas
Right.
now. This is easy.
So I forgot
Rob
to do
Rockley going? Why is Rob Rockley going fucking 3 times?
No, I went once.
Huh?
I only rolled once.
I only see Dab and Gideon on the turn order.
That's weird because I have like 3 instances of Rob Broccoli, one of Dab, one of Richter.
Can you click on one and delete it?
Yeah, I only see Dab and Gideon.
So I'd say just leave Dab and Gideon and see if we can delete the rest.
Okay, so who
Okay.
else needs to roll? I have Rob, I have Pino, I have Dab, I have Gideon.
Richter is above Rob, so he rolled already.
I got a 9 for the record, Bacon.
And Richter has a 10.
Okay, there's something through with the turn order. I'm just gonna do this old-fashioned way real quick. So hang on one second.
Now we're
Yeah, no worries, man. It's not something to learn in the middle. But
So Richter, what was your initiative?
My initiative?
10. Okay. Rob was a 9. Dab
Good roll,
was.
Pino.
What was Dab? I can't see it.
10.
Nos
Dab's a
was-
10.
What was Nos?
9.
Toaster.
No, that's a 9. Sorry, I wrote you down twice. Losing my mind. Gideon.
Gideon got a 20.
Pino.
18.
Gideon down.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. So first up, these guys are screaming kobold insults at each other, and it looks like this shit's about to pop off. Gideon, it's your action first.
Okay. I'm gonna move to the front of our group on the path. I'm assuming these squares are accurate, right? That every square is 5, right?
This is an accurate map, correct?
How much movement did I just use?
I do not know. Don't
15 feet.
don't worry, you're good.
What?
Just- yeah, you got another 15 feet.
1 minute.
Okay. I'm going to I am going to yeah, I'll just stop there because I don't want to move into combat yet. Are those bushes on the road, do they count as like rough terrain?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay there.
Cool. Next up is Pino.
So I'm going to. Yeah. I'm going to say fuck it. And I'm going to have to use my roll 20 for this because for some reason it didn't fucking cover. And I'm going to cast. I'm going to move up 10 feet. And I'm going to cast a 2nd level spell, fucking Moonbeam. Boop, boop. So what it, for some reason, I didn't bring it up. So Moonbeam is a 10-foot circle, 10-foot diameter circle that I can cast at 120 feet from me. That is a concentration spell, lasts a minute. They take 2d8 when anything starts its turn inside it or the first time it hits it for its turn. And on subsequent things, I can use bonus action to move it 60 feet. Did you catch that?
That I did. So let me get you a Moonbeam token, or actually, if you want to just tell me where you're dropping it, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on the first set here. Right in the middle. You see? Oops, sorry, I got the.
Hitting all of it,
yeah.
right?
Right on this green guy is where I'm going to center it, so it's basically hitting this group.
Is there a saving throw or anything like that?
What? 2. Creature ends its late doom when a creature enters the spell here the first time. Turn is engulfed ghostly flames, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. Sorry, Constitution saving throw would take 2d10 radiant damage on failed or half on successful.
Okay, let's start with Brown. It's a Constitution saving throw.
Yep, it has to be 13. Make 13.
That one did not make it. Red. Made it. Made it with style. Pink. Made it. Green did not make it, so brown and green did not make it. Now for the frog. Made it with style, so roll your damage, sir. So you're doing
So
full
I-
damage to brown and green.
It already rolled for it when I clicked it. It's 5 damage to the ones you failed, 2 damage to the ones that made it.
Cool. Noted. So it looks
Oh,
like
shit.
brown and green are both going to crumble to the ground and die.
Dope.
The other ones are they seem to be taking it, and they look like they're going to whatchamacallit. They're in a lot of pain. The giant frog seems to be okay.
Perfect. I'm just going to move back a little bit to end my turn.
Excellent. 1 second. I just need to look one thing up real quick. Who's size class small, by the way? Or
Dab.
no. Dab?
Medium.
Okay.
We're all medium or smaller.
But Dab is a gnome, so he is small. Good to know. Dab, you probably have a particular aversion to giant frogs. Next up is going to be, and I'm doing this by group, so the green frog group is going to go. This blue guy is going to move up to here, and he is going to take a shot at. It was Pino that did all that damage right there. So let's roll this. Ooh, does a 22 hit you?
Yes, it does.
So you take 3 damage from his little tiny short bow. It's almost cute, but it manages to poke you pretty
My
good.
bad. Yo, I was muted. I meant to say I wanted to do cutting words on his roll.
Oh shit! On the damage roll?
No, on his. I don't think I can do it on a damage roll.
Yeah,
Can
so
I?
he didn't have to roll. He didn't have to roll anything to drop that spell. On this guy's roll, on his attack roll.
Oh, he doesn't have to roll to see if it hits.
So when you say on his roll, do you mean the kobolds or Pino?
The kobold to hit
Okay.
Pino
Yeah, you can do the cutting words. Go ahead.
on its damage.
You can do it on its to hit. I'll let you do it retroactively because push to talk is a bitch.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1d6. 2.
So does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you get hit. You get hit by that. These guys are going to break through cover, and they're going to kind of advance a little bit. They are not in difficult terrain. They're on this path right here. It looks like they're moving up. The frog, however, is going to basically leap to here to be in front of its friends. It looks like it's a fairly trained combat frog, as enjoyable as that is to say. So next up after that is the blue group. We're going to do something quite similar. These guys are going to move up. They're starting from difficult terrain. They were hiding in like a fucking bush. The frog is actually going to jump to here. And Beauregard back here is going to take a shot at Pino because he was the one that casted the spell.
Who is that? Oh, that's the kobold. That's the kobold, right?
Yeah, that's the weird ass like kobold that just mutters to himself. Does a 14 hit you?
15 AC.
Okay, so it goes wide and you do not get hit. Next up is Richter.
Still muted, Lex.
Yeah, you're still muted, bud.
I want to use Animal Friendship on the toad right in front of me, the blue one.
Okay, is that a spell?
Yeah, so I think I would do it like this, right? 17.
No, I think it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
something
it has
against
to
your
make a
spell
saving
DC.
throw, right?
Yeah, and what is your DC?
My DC is... How can I tell?
Probably a 13.
But where would it say that?
Doesn't matter. I got below an 8, so it's 8 plus whatever your casting modifier is. I think it's your charisma
Plus proficiency.
plus your proficiency. So that's probably a 13, most likely.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because this thing rolled a 3.
Okay.
So is that like the same as charm animal, or what's the effect of that? I'm reading it. So
I'm going to read it out to you.
please do.
You can put it in the
Spell
chat
lets
if you want,
convince
Lex.
a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell ends.
Oh, so
My duration is 24 hours.
the frog's like kind of it had like a focused look on its face before you cast the spell, and after you cast the spell, it definitely looked a lot more relaxed around you and a little confused as to what was going on. So that's a good sign. Looks like it took.
Would it be going? Would I be able to attack it during my turn, or after?
You don't control it. It's up to me what it does.
Oh yeah.
But it's charmed to you.
Okay.
So that's
I'll
very
end my
convenient.
turn by using my bonus action to give Dab a bardic inspiration.
Nice. Speaking of Dab, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna cast magic missiles on. Are the ones beside yellow dead or?
The ones beside yellow.
Yeah.
Which one?
Right
No,
in the middle of
they
the
are
map.
not dead. They are not dead. I just have different icons on them. They're just advancing.
All right, I'll cast
The ones that are dead.
magic missiles, and those are my 3 targets.
Okay. Roll your damage on them.
Two
So-
ones.
2 1s, but so 2 2s and a 5.
Okay. You managed to significantly harm 2 of them, and the one that you got the 5 on, I'm going to call it the one back here because I don't like the icon of it. It just crumples to the ground and dies. These guys do not have a lot of hit points.
And that'll end my turn.
Excellent. Next up is the red group.
So, how familiar are you with the Moon spell?
Not quite. What's it going to do? Do they take damage?
Well, it's up in the air. It's up to you because if you read the wording of the spell, you're probably better off just googling it and looking at it. It's so when I cast it, I'm assuming they take damage, and at the start of their turn, if they're in it, they take damage. So when I cast it, they
that's
took the initial damage. So then they would now take damage because they're still in that 10-foot range on the start of their turn.
Yeah.
They would have to
Yeah,
make
that's
another
how it-
Constitution saving throw.
Just make your roll for the damage because that's how it's worded. Yeah, it's a real spell, so it's second level. Really good.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fucking dope spell.
Moonbeam's a dope spell.
It won me the battle royale.
Yep.
As this motherfucker is like orbital lasering people.
12.
Okay, so without even needing to roll their fucking saving throw, red and pink are dead. Let's roll the frog saving throw. And your DC's a 13?
Yep.
And how much damage was it last time? I apologize.
12. And the last time was 5 if it failed, 2 if it didn't.
frog's looking pretty hurting right now. It's actually going to hop over here. It has a massive jump and it can ignore difficult terrain. And it's going to use its tongue to attack. Who's in front there? Is that Richter?
That's Gideon.
That's Gideon? Gideon, you're getting attacked by a giant fucking frog right now. How's your life treating you, buddy?
Crime in it, mate.
You got your sheet in front of you. I don't have to tell him his stats when he asks, right? Gideon?
I don't have any of that up, bro. I told you I'm having an issue with the computer.
Yeah, no worries. That's what I was asking.
I'm sorry. I'm frustrated
shit.
with this shit already.
Oh shit. It's going to roll the
Natural 20 hits.
Yeah, so it just maxes damage, right?
No,
no,
it's
you
double the
roll-
dice.
Double the dice. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta get crit.
Just the dice, though, not the modifier. Modifier
you.
only once.
I'm gonna use an ability called my reaction called Riposte. I get to roll a die, a superiority die, and if
No, they have to miss you. With their
one of
post
them
out,
is
they
I get
gotta
to
miss
reduce the damage. They have to miss. All right, that's all right.
Yeah, it looks like you took
Lie.
maneuvers, 3 maneuvers, unarmed strike. Yeah, no. It looks like you got riposte, precision attack, and trip attack.
All right.
So it looks like you're taking 8 damage. Worse
Wow.
yet, you get pulled into the frog. You're not going to get eaten because you are a medium-sized class character, but you are considered grappled. Actually, let me double check that actually to make sure it's it still grapples for medium-sized characters. I apologize. Hashtag Scrubdian.
It is. It's
is,
medium.
yeah.
It's medium and lower.
Medium and lower, and then if it's smaller lower, then you can get fucking swallowed. Okay.
Is it? I thought it was mediums. Medium can get swallowed too.
No, medium cannot get swallowed, but small can get swallowed. Medium gets automatically grappled. So you are restrained. And you have to spend your movement action to make an escape check. So that's a dexterity.
Okay. And that's when I on my turn, right?
That's on your turn when you get the chance.
I got you. I got you.
So that was the giant frog's turn. That was red group. Next up is
Rob.
Rob.
All right, seeing my my buddy Gideon just gets pulled in by this giant frog, I'm just gonna move there and then jump over here, and I'm gonna two-hand the giant frog with my quarterstaff. Try and free him up. Non-natural 20.
That's a hit.
Alright, that'll be a D8 plus 3.
Whose
5
turn is
damage.
it right now?
Rob.
5 damage.
Excellent. So you basically hit it right in its eye, and Gideon, you feel the jaws go kind of slack that were holding you as this thing's eye exploded. And Gideon, you get covered in some eyeball juice because of your proximity to the head,
Oh
but
my God.
you are no longer restrained as the red frog is in fact motherfucking dead.
I lift up my eye patch over the eye that's not at all damaged, and wipe the gunk off my face, and then throw it on the ground. And I wave to Dad, and I wave to Rob. Thanks, mate.
I got you, my friend. No worries. And then I'm going to... That one's our buddy, kind of. So I'm going to move right there. And I'm going to spend a key point to do 2 unarmed strikes against Green Frog. So I'll just roll 1 at a time. So I'm just going to headbutt it right between the eyes.
It doesn't do anything when you hit it. It's kind of soft and doesn't really
Plug
care. It
this
doesn't have
into the back of the Xbox.
I'm just gonna rear
and
back
plug the Xbox
and
in down there where the TV's plugged in.
just punch it right in its like little throaty, like throaty thing. Uppercut to the throat.
Let's call it the ribbit pouch.
The ribbit pouch. An uppercut to the ribbit pouch. Fuck. Nope.
Yeah, it's air, just sort of like softens it like an airbag would, and it's just kind of looking at you. Like,
Just so you know, it's a vocal sack.
No, we're going with ribbit pouch.
Okay.
Like,
Since I used Flurry of Blows, I get a free disengage, and I get 10 extra feet of movement. So I've moved 5, 10, 15, 20. I should have another 30 feet of movement left because I have total movement speed of 4. And I add 10 when I use Flurry of Blows. So...
Right in the ribbit pouch.
You can say, yo, you just told me Commissioner was going to be a 7?
Lex, would you mind muting your mic? We can hear the background conversation.
Oh, my bad.
No worries, man.
I'm just gonna go right there. I'm just gonna move back right there.
And so that's
of my friend Gideon, kind of block any arrows that might come his way. And
sounds reasonable. So next up seems to be Pink Group, who likewise is going to advance. However, they are not in hindering terrain. They were just in some like shadows. So here we go. Frog is gonna hippity hop. These guys are organized using group tactics because that's the only chance they have of possibly fucking surviving this.
Oh no, man. They ruined my nice doublet. They all die.
Gideon, you're getting shot again. He draws his arrow back, he lets out a fierce and then he misses you fucking wildly.
Hey, DM, real quick, all of those guys have to make a saving throw because they moved into my moonbeam.
They wouldn't have moved there. Hang on, they would not have moved there. They would have moved
that's fine.
to here because there's no token. LOL.
Yeah, no, hey, no, don't worry about it. Somewhere around right here, so I'll say they're just out of range.
That they are. Where the fuck did my other...
He's underneath the one that was above the frog. The guy just corner of the pink frog. There you go.
Yeah, they have to move to get up here, especially the frog. Perfect. So next up is the crazy fucking kobold that you guys are with. He's gonna scream some curses in kobold, and even though you don't speak kobold, it's pretty fucking obvious that he is cursing at these guys. As he pulls out of his pocket, as part of his move action, some lamp oil. He's going to take out a flint and light the lamp oil. He's going to step over here. And lighting the lamp, he's basically constructed himself a Molotov cocktail. Lighting the lamp oil took his whole action. So we're going to go to the top of the initiative order now. Next up is Gideon.
Yes. I'm feeling quite upset because my clothing is ruined. I have unidentified frog goop on me. They've been shooting at me, these little shits. It's time for some payback. I'm going to move toward the frog that's immediately to my right. I'm going to move until I have 1 5-foot space between us.
Cool.
No, where you going? I should just need to move 1 space to the right.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
That's exactly what happened.
He's watching.
Yeah,
the
there's
stream
1 5
solo,
foot space
so it's gotta
between you.
catch up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot it's delayed. I am going to use a superiority die to use trip attack. If I'm not mistaken, the way it works is if I hit... no, actually, I don't want to do that because I forgot the DC is too low. It's like 13. This frog might be strong.
And you're at a disadvantage because it's a size class above you, I think. I need to double check that though.
If you attack something bigger than you, it's disadvantage?
For a trip attack, at least that's the way it worked in fucking 3.5. So let me.
Oh, no, it's not that. This is a special ability.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it if you want. Or
Actually,
do whatever you need.
I'm just going to attack this thing in the back. I'm going to use my trident.
Roll the hit. It's a really satisfying feeling. You've never stabbed a giant frog before. This is a novel experience for you. But that amphibian flesh really just feels good. It's like stabbing a ballistic gel dummy that can feel pain. It's just quite satisfying.
Oh my god, so how's this
What
thing
the
looking at that
hell?
first shot?
So that
after the
roll was fucked. The 5 damage I don't think counts because that rolled a 1d10 something.
Okay, so roll the correct amount then.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 3 is what should have done.
It might be 5. It's 1d. It should be plus 5.
Yeah, but it says less than 2 plus 3, so it fucked itself up and rolled extra dice. No, you already hit him.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
okay.
good. You're
And
good.
that's-
We're just gonna move forward with the with
Yeah, 11.
whoever- 11 damage.
What's this thing's
Yep.
condition? What's it looking like after taking that 11 damage?
So its mouth is open now. It's kind of hard to read its face as it is a fucking frog. However, it has a pretty sizable hole in it.
Okay. So I'm gonna action surge and hit this shit again.
Do it. Roll that shite.
So I remove the prongs of my halberd and I leap in the air and try to jam my fucking spear into it again.
16 again.
Hits. Roll the damage.
13.
Nice, you're fucking this frog up.
So this time you managed to just perfectly fucking hit this thing right in the brain somehow. It's like this perfect shot. You go straight between its eyes.
Oh,
No
man.
reflex kill zone, and this frog just drops down dead.
I put my foot on his back and I ripped my trident out of it. And I'm like, this is just the beginning, mate! That was for my vest!
You get a chorus of "Ah!" directed back at you. Next up is Pino.
So for my bonus action, I'm gonna move my beam. See where I'm pointing here? So it's gonna get these characters here: the green frog, the blue guy, the yellow, the black gully thingy, and the thing at the top. Can you see me making that arrow, Nick? Believe Nick?
I was not using push to talk myself. So as you move it there, like it's like an anime scene. These 3 guys that I'm deleting right now, as soon as I take my finger off the push to talk button, just sort of dissolve. Roll for damage for the other guys.
Ten.
So the other kobold just dies, even with making the saving throw if he does.
So the frog's gonna make this thing. Ooh.
The frog did not make the saving throw, and that is Green Frog. Where's Green Frog? So, y'all get a weird smell of burning frog at this point as its skin starts to bubble and char. If it weren't so like disgusting, it might even be appetizing, but it's just not doing too good.
So for my
Smells like
action,
I'm definitely disgusted.
I'm gonna use my cantrip firebolt on the green frog.
Roll your attack, sir.
Da-da. Ooh, natural 1.
Yo, that's the third one tonight. What the fuck?
Where's your character standing?
Right here.
Oh my god.
And I was going for the frog.
Okay, so as you're going for the frog, oh, you are so lucky at the position of all of this. Gideon is at least. Roll to hit, because you accidentally are gonna hit your little kobold guide there.
Okay, so what do you want me to roll damage or roll another hit?
Roll to hit.
Roll. 10.
It zooms past his head. He whips his neck around, hisses at you, screams in kobold, and turns back and starts to keep working on his Molotov cocktail there.
Next, I say sorry and back up 5 feet. Nah.
Yeah. Sorry. It's gonna stand near the one that can get eaten. All right.
Nope.
Next up is Green Group. So, Gideon, what's your sphere of influence? Is the green frog like within getting hit distance from you?
Yes, he is. Actually, he's not. He's one space and one diagonal. That's more than 5.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
If he was one diagonal away from me, he would be in range though. But now,
the green
No,
frog.
he is one diagonal.
Yeah, technically he's 10 feet, apparently, according to the
nah
map.
though. Not the map I'm looking at. I'm one space back. Yeah, that he's one space away and one space diagonal from that space.
But he's within 5 feet of you from hitting distance. If he moves up one space, he's connected to you.
Yeah, you're.
Oh wow! I
you're,
forgot because he's big,
yeah,
right?
You're threatening.
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
You're threatening.
Oh yeah. My fault. I'm sorry.
But this is a frog. This is just a little literal frog. It's a fucking frog, and it doesn't understand that you're gonna poke it with that. Actually, no, you've hit it twice already, so it does. So it is just going to attack you.
No, that's the one I killed already. I killed the one I hit.
Oh, you killed the one you
that's
hit?
different.
It's
Yeah.
a totally different one?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, you're right. That was Red Frog. So, yeah, it doesn't really understand what reach is, so it's going to break with you, and it's going to leap to here.
Uh-oh.
So,
So that gives you...
Al, you can have an attack of opportunity, because this thing does not understand how that works. It is a fucking frog.
Got you. I'm gonna try to smack him one as he flies by.
The halberd. Come on. Oh, 19. I thought
Just
that was
about
on the
rolled
20.
that 20.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
Roll the damage, sir.
4 damage.
So as this thing is passing overhead, you manage to take a stab at it like a violent version of that scene from Free Willy. So the issue with that, you catch it right in the lower intestine. It's not dead, but it's really hurting. But the issue with that is now as it's passing over you, you've stabbed it and kind of popped a little bit of its belly. So you have
what a goop on me.
So you have frog blood and a little bit of frog intestine and what you assume based on smell, texture, and consistency is frog fecal matter on you. So
oh, that's so disrespectful.
But the good news is it is covering up the smell and look of the frog eyeball juice on everything but your hat. So
sure. I get shit on my eyeball juice, and that's a plus.
Don't forget about the saliva. So green frog, it sees a nice tasty gnome. It's hurting. It's hungry.
No.
It is going to use its tongue and attack Dab. It applies as a reach weapon.
No.
Seriously though, I'm just gonna tell you guys out of character, if I get the chance to eat Dab and then have this toad just run off, Dab is going to fucking die.
Dab gets a chance to attack from the inside though.
That he does. That he does, but he's also going to be like 200 feet away from you guys in the middle of some other combat.
And disadvantage. And
that fucking hits. I assume a 20 hits you, Dab.
He nat 20 you?
No, it's not a nat 20.
Oh man. Woo.
Yeah, even if I was to use my
like the
shield, it wouldn't be
disrespect.
enough.
So
That
you are
definitely
now
hits.
grappled. You are now grappled, Dab. So you get pulled in towards it, and it's going to deal you some damage. It's just biting you. It has not swallowed you yet, but you're like pretty smart. You're doing some fucking geometry right now, and you're pretty sure you can get down
Okay,
that fucking
sorry.
throat if
I,
it swallows you.
I forgot. I didn't realize this was a bonus action. Or no, never mind. It's not a reaction. Continue. So I take how much damage?
You take 5 damage, and you are now restrained. You are fairly confident that you are about to be eaten, FYI, and it can work. You can definitely get eaten right now. You're in risk. You're in danger. Next up is Richter.
Let's give him hell. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm right here, so I should have been able to get a swing at the green boy.
No. Oh, that's you? There's 2
Yeah.
yous. What the fuck?
Oh, there is.
Well, do you mind if I take that swing at that green boy?
Go right ahead, and I am going to delete the second you.
Either way, it's not an attack of opportunity though, because you got
Oh, yeah,
in hit
no.
range.
You're right. He's still in your threat range. So he entered your threat range, and he never left your threat range. So there's no attack of opportunity, Lex.
Okay. Did he just hit somebody?
Yeah, he's going to try to eat your gnome friend.
All right. I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna flank his dumbass. Which means I get advantage, right? Or what happens?
No,
on
I'm
my
inside of
attacks?
I'm inside of him and grappled. He's eating me
Nope.
already.
Yeah,
Nope,
he's
you're-
you have advantage, actually. You're not inside of him. He's grappled, but you're still flanking.
Okay, so
'Cause he's
what does that mean?
occupied
My
by, like,
attacks have
grappling.
advantage, right?
Correct. Yes.
So I'm gonna attack at him with my short sword.
Roll it.
As soon as I find it, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's not here, even though I equipped it. Should I just roll a d20 with my proficiency?
Yeah,
D-
short sword's a dex weapon. So
Yeah,
Looking
you-
at if you're clicked on spells, Lex, it won't show up under spells. You got to be clicked on actions.
yeah.
I'm on equipment. In actions, it only shows me crossbow, dagger, and unarmed strike.
But it's
I
equipped
got
in
the
your...
short swords in like a mission. That's why they're
Ah,
not
okay.
there.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay. So it would be a D10 plus your dex. I'm sorry, a D20. I'm playing in a D10 system. I'm losing my fucking mind with
So
all
my
these
dex
goddamn
is
systems.
+2.
So it'd be a D20 plus 2 plus your proficiency bonus, which is 2. So a D20 plus 4, I think, is what the total hit would be.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know you have advantage, so roll it again. You managed to you hang on. So there was a 13 and a 5. Okay, perfect. So you managed to hit the frog. You hit it on its little leather armor. It's weird, kind of shitty leather armor that these kobolds obviously stitched together from skins of other kobolds. And you pierce through it. So roll your damage.
And that's a D8 plus what? 2?
Plus your strength modifier.
Well, it's dex because I'm an elf, right?
No, it's strength because strength applies to how much damage it deals. Dex is to hit.
5.
Unless you're a monk.
Yeah, unless you're a monk. So yeah, you managed to deal 5 damage to it, and actually, as you sink the blade in, you do it with a stabbing motion, and you can feel it hit like a bone, and then this little shudder, and then the frog goes limp. Dab, you are also covered in frog saliva, but you are no longer in danger of being eaten as this frog crumbles
it
to
dead?
the ground, instantly dead.
It is dead.
Oh yeah, it died. It died.
Okay.
No more Dab getting eaten. Next up, speaking of Dab getting
Wait,
eaten,
hold on,
is
hold on. I
Dab.
still have my bonus.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Go for it.
Your bottle's right in front of your face, Lex.
I only moved. What happened?
Your bottle's right in front of your face, bro.
I only moved 5 feet, so I can move 30 more feet. Can I get right here? I can. I'm gonna move 30 feet. Right next to these guys.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna use my 2-weapon fighting to attack them with a short sword.
Very nice. Roll it.
D20 plus 4. It's 18, 22.
Motherfucking hits. Roll your damage.
I'm gonna roll my D8. 4 damage.
So that one's. So I'm gonna say you attacked the blue kobold. He's still up.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But he's not looking good. He's kind of openly weeping a little bit now. He's got blood coming out of a bunch of different holes that blood's not supposed to come out of. It's not doing good.
No problem. I'm there with my big blue, frog, and I'm ready to put in work.
Excellent. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Next up is Dab.
I'm gonna.
Who was luckily not frog snacks.
I had something planned to not get eaten, so but I'm all right. It's all good. Thanks, Richter. I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire in the middle of that 4 square, so like right on the intersecting point of the 2 lines, so that way it'll hit all 4.
Hitting blue. Yeah. Okay. Do it. What do I need to do for that?
I'll tell you in a second.
DC 14 dex save.
They've all got to make a dex save and get 14. If not, they're gonna take 2 fire damage.
So I'm adding 2 to all of these dices, and it's 14 that they have to get.
Correct.
Yep.
So you're hitting 2 of them with the full, and how much damage is it?
2 fire damage.
2 fire damage? Okay. So blue, the guy that Lex hit at this point, he just succumbs to his wounds and crumples to the ground. Everybody else seems to be kind of distressed, but still up. They're very distressed about their new on fire situation. It's really suboptimal for them. Next up is blue group. So, the blue frog is gonna look. He sees that his new friend is fighting these fucking dudes. He sees that these fucking dudes are really small. And honestly, they treated him like shit for most of his life. He doesn't really have fond memories of them. Doesn't really have many memories. He's being a frog, but he has a feeling like he doesn't like these guys. So he's gonna move up and he's gonna attack Pink.
Nice.
Pink manages to dodge out of the way and he's screaming in Kobold. It looks like Pink was his handler. Pink is going to 5-foot step in, and he's going to attack Lex. Lex is not being flanked right now, but kobolds have a special pack fighting ability where if you're adjacent to another friendly kobold, they have advantage.
All right, I'm going to use cutting words, and as he's swinging to go for his hit thing, I'm going to go, "Your mom's fat, though." So I'm going to try to make a miss with that.
So what do you do with cutting words?
Well, as you go to roll to see if it hits me, I'm just gonna roll a d6 to minus from your hit.
Cool.
So whatever you roll to hit me, -2.
So, well, that's with advantage. So it's gonna be a 17 plus
How come
4.
it's
Does
with
a 21 hit you? Because kobolds have a special pack fighting ability. You're adjacent to another kobold.
Yeah, it's called pack tactics.
Okay.
Yeah, they just kind of Zerg rush you. They kind of look
Okay,
like
you-
Zerglings, don't they?
You definitely hit me.
So yeah, let's roll this.
Side note: I put that little square to remind you of the beam I got going.
Thank you. Lex, you take 5 damage. This guy's got a little pointy knife that it looks like he crafted crudely out of a fucking rock, but he manages to find like a kidney or something. Jesus Christ, that hurt. You take 5 damage.
Yeah, I'm at 16 health.
Next up is Purple, who's going to take a 5-foot step and attack you with advantage. They get a bonus to attack. I'm just rolling the 2 dice at the same time. Does a fucking 19? Does a 20 hit you?
Of course.
Yeah.
I really just say that to hide my typing time. So you take 3 damage from that, Lex.
Okay, I'm at 13.
And then this guy's going to step in. He's going to take one more swipe at you.
Okay.
That will also hit.
I'm at 10.
This one's 3 damage. So Lex is just getting like fucking prison yard shanked by a bunch of murderous midget lizards. Brown is going to step up, and he's actually going to take a shot at oh, he can't really get a good shot at the caster guy, so he's going to shoot at Rob.
I
Yeah, I rolled a d4, so just ignore that roll.
Yep.
I assume an 11 misses you?
Yeah.
Whiffs. Next up is... I think I screwed up the initiative order a little bit. But it's actually okay, because they would have just gone anyways. So these remaining kobolds here are going to fucking run straight up. This guy is actually going to move.
What about me?
slow.
Do I not get a turn?
Oh, shit. Yep, you're right. Thank you. Go for it.
So seeing my boy Richter just get mobbed by these little fuckers, I'm not down with that, so I'm gonna roll up here. And as I run by, I'm gonna two-hand this guy with my quarterstaff as I'm running by to where I'm at right now.
Love it.
Just like baseball bat swing, like run by with two hand.
And I'll give you advantage both because you're descriptive and because you land in a flanking spot.
Cool. So 21 to hit.
Yup. What's your damage modifier? Just like what's the dice that you're gonna roll?
The D8 plus 3.
He dies.
Okay. I'm gonna pull one hand off of the staff, and I'm gonna like right hook this guy
Nice.
with a unarmed strike. 24 to hit.
Yeah, sure. Nails him.
Hold on.
Yeah, that misses. This is the Uber Kobold.
Surprise, he's the king.
Yeah. This was the
four
boss of
damage.
the whole campaign. Bam. He goes dead. Limp is a. Well, I'm not gonna go there.
I'm gonna move 5 feet forward, use my other unarmed strike against him.
Do it.
Oh, sorry, that was I spent another key point for that too, by the way.
Cool. Yeah, I trust you guys to not cheat on purpose at least.
15 to hit.
That will hit. These guys are shitty little kobolds.
For 6 damage.
Nice.
Basically, like brain explode. Like his brain's basically popping out of his ears. How hard you hit him. Like these guys do not have that many hit points.
I turn to Richter and I say, "You good?" Can't hear you. You're muted.
It's my turn?
No.
Oh, he's
I turn
asking
to
you
you.
if you're
You
good.
good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
He just cleared out the
I'm
whole
just
group
gonna
of people in front of you.
Oh, no way.
I'm gonna take a rest of my movement and go right there, and that'll end my turn.
Good call.
I was going to
Next-
thunder wave him, but that's what's up.
Next up are these assholes up in the top here. They are going to advance. I got to do this one at a time to make it fair. So this guy is going to try to kidney shank you, just like they did the Lex. I'm assuming a 21 hits you.
For me,
Oh yeah.
that's getting him, right?
Yeah, Gideon. You take 4 damage.
Yeah,
from
21
that.
does. Yeah, 21 does hit.
So this one sees the blood come out from the other guy stabbing you, and he lets out a ferocious "Rah!" as he charges up to you. He's gonna try to stab you. He's actually gonna move to here, and he's gonna try to stab you in the taint. These are a bunch of dirty motherfuckers.
Did you say in the taint?
Yes, but you have a really good reflex for protecting your taint, and you manage to like kind of do that weird like whoa, and like move out of the way so you don't get stabbed in the butthole.
Oh my god! This guy really tried 1,000 years of death me just now.
So, red guy is going to take a shot at you as well.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
So the first one will hit you. He has advantage because they're in close proximity with you. You take 3 damage from that as an arrow manages to get through your armor, now putting yet another hole in your fancy clothes.
You sound way too happy about that, DM.
I enjoy torturing my players. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is gonna get awkward for you. Next up is your kobold guy who was really prepared to throw a Molotov cocktail. So he's gonna throw a Molotov cocktail and he's gonna try to hit these two. He's gonna see if he can do it in a manner that won't Okay, he's gonna try to not burn Gideon alive, but his primary
What the
concern-
fuck, bro? No!
This guy's an asshole, but his primary concern is killing his cousins. That's really what he's here for. Highs,
mate, but
Gideon,
perhaps you could.
highs or
Oh,
lows?
what? Oh my fucking god, mate. Highs.
Cool. So he's not gonna hit you, but like you really, that was really fucking close.
Your eyebrows are definitely singed.
He is going to scream for Blabbergrum, and he's just gonna fucking whip this thing, and it hits perfectly. So, because life doesn't exist in perfect boxes and symmetry, he manages to just nick these two guys, and they go down. Molotov. These guys have like very few hit points left, and Molotov cocktails like base damage will just fucking kill them. Next up, top of the round is Gideon.
So there's the blazing fire right beside me cooking these fucking kobolds, right?
Yeah, it's impressive that it's burning, given how wet the ground is. This kobold knows his fucking Molotov cocktails.
I'm gonna run up on the red dot guy.
Do it.
So, are you going to avoid the beam of light?
Oh, that affects me too? I thought that was only other people.
Any creature.
It's,
Got you. So yeah, of course I want to avoid it if possible.
You have a 10-foot reach, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of that water first, which is 30 feet.
If I can, oh, okay.
You can't. You won't be able to reach him, right?
Okay, bet. So I'll go to the frog, the blue dot frog.
He's on our
Yes.
side right now.
Oh, then damn. Who do I attack? Oh, I have
You
a
can go for-
crossbow. I have a crossbow.
Yeah, you could go for brown pants or red guy. Yeah,
I don't see brown pants. Who's brown pants?
next to Rob.
Ah, yeah. I'll go to brown pants. Leave me right on the edge of the bush.
You can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, flank him instead. It's a better spot for you, bud.
Yeah, bet. Yeah, I'll flank him.
You can just get there with your 30.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack him.
Halberd.
Yeah.
That's 14.
Will hit. He just dies. Don't bother rolling damage. Like he's already.
Oh yeah, so I'm
He's
gonna
already
run
been
my,
injured.
my trident right up into his chest and lift him up in the air and shake him.
Yeah,
It wasn't worth it, mate! And throw his little ass.
you notice that blue frog is kind of looking at that kobold like it kind of wants to eat that kobold.
Hey, I toss it to him.
Excellent. We'll just handle that now. Blue frog's action is going to be to eat that fucking kobold. Next up is Pino.
I'm going to move my beam.
It kills the fucking kobold. Like we can just resolve that now.
And then I'm going to use my action to cast. What's the one that I. Healing Word? Is that the one? Oops.
Yeah, healing word.
Fuck all my spells.
Yeah, bonus action healing is healing word.
Yeah, I have to use the action because my bonus action is moving that. So.
Oh, okay.
Cure wounds then.
Yeah, you two was the better spell.
I can't reach him. So
He's-
I'm going to
he
just
is.
move up, and that's it. I can't reach him. That's it. No, I forgot that one is. I have
So-
to be able to touch him to get it.
So at this point, I mean the frog doesn't really have anything against you guys, and you did feed it just now, and it's full, and it's not being told to attack you. So when the spell wears off, when Lex's spell, it's just gonna sort of hop away.
That's 24 hours.
Well, it's still just gonna hop away because it's it's a fucking frog, and it doesn't really make friends. Like it just acknowledges that you're there and that you're not something that it wants to eat, and it leaves.
How you choosing my friends, bro?
You're as
You all in my
close.
relationship.
You're as close to a friend as this frog can make, because at the end of the day, it is a large frog.
I gave that frog chlamydia.
You know what?
What?
I'll give it to you. This was the first fucking case of human to frog chlamydia transmission.
But that requires that you fuck the frog. You fucking the frog, mate?
Stay home.
Hey man, he is the bard. He
Right
is
in the
bard.
cloaca.
Oh
Right-
my
right
gosh,
in
that's
the
so
cloaca.
nasty.
Wear a mask.
That's so nasty, mate.
Well, the new campaign
Ribbit
is you
out.
guys dealing with the ecological consequence of Lex's, transmission of chlamydia to a new ecosystem. Bam!
You're disgusting.
Y'all are mad.
Classic of Dungeons and Dragons shit right there.
Oh my god. That's mad jealousy, mate. No, I'm not jealous of that.
So at this
my
point,
God.
At this point, that little kobold guy is going to run over to the corpse of one of the leaders, the dude who stepped out, that red archer, and he's just going to scream, and he's just going to saw this fucker's head clean off.
Ooh, this little bastard, man. He's impressive, isn't he?
That was his cousin. That was his first cousin. Yup. And he seems very happy with himself. So there's at least one more combat in this. I want to take a poll of the group. Do you guys want to do another combat? Should we call it here and then do the
I would
remaining?
love
Yeah,
to do
We
another.
gotta
I'd
call
go.
it here. I'm really tired. I am so tired.
So
I think we'd
Okay.
all be down except Al does need to work.
yeah, IRL,
No, I don't have to work tomorrow, but I have worked a lot of hours today.
I totally respect that. IRL is undefeated in Dungeons and Dragons, battle rap, and pretty much every other hobby. So, yeah, this is a natural place to leave it off. The head just got sawed off. If you guys want to take a minute, do some healing actions, just to get your character straight. There is no time for rest at the end of this, FYI. This little guy is just going to be moving right on at the start of the next session, but you do have enough time to like cast some healing spells, drink some potions. What have you.
Are the other three of you guys down to do another combat after this?
Yeah, we're
I don't
down,
know.
but I mean,
I'm down to play for a little while longer.
I mean, I guess it's to Bacon, right?
I'm down to play for the next 5 hours if you guys, 6 hours, if you guys are down. But
I mean, that's a bit.
Hey, what
insane.
I'll say is this:
that's just it.
I'm not against you guys moving on without me. I'll call it here. Say that Gideon was harmed and mentally harmed. His suit was destroyed. He just needs to gather himself.
Say you
Please
fell
follow him back.
unconscious because of something that we don't know about and we just left him behind for now.
He really needed
Like-
a drink, and he's gonna make his way back to town and hit up the bar, and we'll meet him there when we find the stuff we're looking for.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better. So Vega Vogel episodes is when you pinch a nerve in your brain and you sort of just like kind of pass out for an extended period of time. It can happen to anyone for no reason. So, with your ability to speak with animals, the frog that's charmed for 24 hours. What's going to end up happening to Gideon is he passes out. He needs to go back and see a medic, get his meds or whatever. So the frog is going to carry him in his ribbit pouch, and he is going to. And he is going to.
You smell like him, bro.
ribbit
You
sack.
smell like him. He thinks you're one of him.
He's
This is the most
and he's gonna
disrespectful shit.
and he's gonna hop your ass back to town, and kind of dump you at the front of the town gates, and that is
Hey,
actually.
Bacon, I just want to let you know, in real life, I'll fucking fight you, bro. I will fucking fight you, bro.
so that's where your
I'm gonna see you
character.
right there, and I'll be like, yeah, mate, remember me?
All of a sudden, I get hit with a net. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And then here comes Alan with a goddamn trident, like out of nowhere.
You are restrained, mate.
That would be-
Restrained.
That would be pretty fucking amusing.
I gotta get
Saving
a
it
pocket
to
net
happen.
now.
I'm
Now I
looking.
gotta
Let
get
me
a pocket net.
before we make that official, and before we do, because I do not have a combat lined up besides the stuff that's happening in this story. So let me just check something to make sure that this is going to be fair. Because I did anticipate having 5 characters. This is supposed to be a challenging combat.
Rex, what were you asking for? Is your boy there wanting to fill in for him? You gotta-
Hey, wait. Before Gideon passes
Oh no,
out,
not
shit,
not after this. I mean, yeah, if he wants to, he could do that.
we grab his health potion.
I meant like right now.
Yeah, I'll
Sure.
give you one of my health potions. Don't say grab them all, mate. Shit
Aye.
costs money that you didn't pay.
Give,
I mean,
give
if
it
that's
to
Yeah,
cool with
we're-
Al, and if he
Richter.
wants to do it, that's cool. I mean, I don't care.
So
I'll pass out the
I'm
two
also
week,
down
the
to
two
do
week
another
was.
combat.
I'm
What was
taking
that,
a
Lex?
look right now, and the thing is, I don't have a way of reintroducing Gideon back into that shit. You're like, that's going to be complex. I think
Ribbit
the
sack,
smart thing
man.
to do.
Ribbit sack. It's as easy
Well, the
as-
frog is just going to take off. It's stupid.
24
Don't
hours.
go back
If you
to
think-
the farm.
If you think about it, the spell lasts 24 hours. He could come back at 23 hours later next
Like a
session
fucking
and fucking
And
spit
also
him out at him or something.
Don't we have to
Like
go
a
back to
pelican.
town once we get that stuff to get the potion, right?
Yeah, but the next 2 combats, you're gonna like the next combat you might be able to get away with 4 players, but like you're gonna cost it's gonna cost you some resources. Like you're gonna burn some spell slots and shit like that.
Basically, it's
I
harder
honestly
than
think
this
that-
one.
So I think that personally, I might need to call it there. I do have to be up early tomorrow myself. Now that I think about it, today I just remembered the fucking day. But you guys did really great. If you guys want to keep playing, like by all means, like just do a quick one shot, do your challenge ratings, add up some monsters and fucking fight them. But I'd prefer to keep the party together now that I think about it.
Of course.
So Alan, you did not get frogs partially digesting your clothes.
Do you guys want to do that?
you're-
You guys
you're there
want to
and
fight
good to
some
go.
monsters?
If you want to fight, like we can go and fight my map if you want. Just throw in some characters and fight on it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm basically set up to
down
do
to
that.
fight some motherfuckers, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Just
wanna give
remember,
it a try
don't add
before
your
Sunday.
stats from now. Start from fresh, and make sure you keep that stuff separate from what we got here.
I mean,
Yes,
we're live
please
on
do.
Twitch and shit. We might. as
Yeah,
well
no.
just keep
We're gonna
fucking
jump
around.
on the other one. We'll jump on the other one. So it's got nothing
All
to
right,
do with
fellas,
this.
have a good night, man. Good job, Bacon.
Bang, bang,
All right.
bang.
All right,
Peace
let's take
out.
a break so we can talk about this real quick.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna end
It's
this
been
stream
real.
off.
I'm-
I'm gonna
Let me
end this
just say
stream
goodbye
off.
to everybody that's streaming.
Yeah,
It's
go
been
ahead.
real, and thank you so much. It's
And
audio.
then,
Good night, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Bacon.
Peace,
Thank
peace,
you.
peace.
We're gonna end this stream off here. We'll be back again next Wednesday to pick this one up at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then I'm gonna end this stream here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll fire up another stream with our Rumble for the rest of the night. We'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.